I'm sure if I was using OBS. I just realized someone's playing Indigo Montoya in our game.
Yes.
Are you playing?
Another character's name is just simply... No, I'm Kamigal.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a character that is just level 5 mage.
Oh shit! I see that now.
Yeah. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
I feel like I need to change my name so we don't get demonetized. I'm playing the Santa Claus looking dwarf, aka Eric Everhard.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. And I probably need to change exactly what the name of this is. So this is cool. I'm normally DMing and don't get the opportunity to be a player, so I'm excited.
Oh man, same. I've been DMing a game, and I was actually DMing 2, and then I had to cut one off. But I haven't actually played in a game since April, and even then, it was only like 4 sessions into what was supposed to be a long-term campaign. But literally every single one of the players, including myself, was like, "Is it just me, or do we like really have problems with this DM?" And
Oh, no.
so all of us had to be like, we love the concept, we tried it out for several weeks, but it's just not going to work out for us. So it was a bummer. It was a bummer.
And sometimes that's probably the better thing if the situation isn't going to work out because of whatever the combination of what's it called people. Then I think it's a better idea just to take your separate ways. That way, it's not a toxic environment.
Right. Well, and the thing is we all of us players enjoyed coming and playing together. So after a while, I was like, "Do you guys just want to play a game that I DM?" So they're all in the game that I DM for now. And yeah, we our personalities are pretty good together. Like after last night's game, we just stayed on the chat and talked for like an hour.
There you go. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, how did you discover this server?
So the game that I am DMing is Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and so I went into the Odyssey of the Dragonlords DM, or I guess just Discord server, and Crash is very vocal on that, and he said that he's actually opening up a spot for another game that's going to be using Odyssey of the Dragonlords. I was like, I'm in. He's like, want to play a one-shot? I was like, yes. So he invited me to the server for this one-shot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I found it looking for like Roll20 tutorials randomly, and I saw one of his pop up, and I was like, "This dude's awesome. He's giving me stuff I've never seen before." So I then started watching, weirdly enough, his Odyssey of the Dragonlords campaign on YouTube, and then I was like, I saw on the server that he's opening the game up, and I was like, "Oh my gosh. I want to play one of these games."
Yeah. I mean, he's who inspired me to like be able to do the token artwork. Like the token that is right there, I did that myself, but only because I saw some of Crash's work, and I was like, "Oh shit, I think I could do that. Maybe."
There you go. Awesome.
Tried it out. It's like, all right, I like this. Before I was using like what is it, roll token stamp or something like that. Super generic.
Right.
It's like, oh man.
The generic token creator.exe.
Pretty much. It was yeah.
I gotcha.
Hello.
I'm not gonna lie. I still use that one.
Hello.
That I feel a little
How's it going?
called out.
What's up, fellas?
Oh, no worries. No, I mean, I wasn't trying to throw any shade.
My Photoshop white belt skills are now clearly apparent to everybody.
Hey, man, I don't even use Photoshop. I just use GIMP. So
Is it hard?
I'm not even chilling out for that good stuff.
Mouth? Sorry, I shouldn't make that joke.
It's harder than you imagine.
Hello to the other peoples.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
We're just shooting the shit here.
Excited for tonight's game.
Yeah.
Which characters are you guys playing?
I'm Beatrix Jenkins.
Excellent.
Indigo Montoya.
Yes, I was hoping you were going to say that.
So, who killed your father, and are they prepared to die?
And please sum it up.
Yeah. Let me explain. No, that is too much. Let me sum up. My father is not dead.
Oh,
I'm gonna change.
pre-vengeance.
You can call me Santa.
Chris Kringle.
Yes, because he looks too much like Santa.
I want to
Claus, not be.
I want to do that line from the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. It's like Chris Kringle, Popo Shisho.
I was trying to find robot Santa quotes from Futurama that are more or less appropriate. I thought that would be fun to pull off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Is Grandpa Leroy? Is he a slime person or a robot? Can you guys see this token at the bottom of the map?
Yeah.
Yes, I can, and I cannot answer that.
Don't worry
It might
about
be
it.
a slime robot.
It could be both. Hey, I adjust everybody's volume.
I'm hoping my dogs don't go crazy at any point today. I do have 4 of them. I hope they don't just randomly start barking. There's been a lot of rabbits running around our house recently. So if you all hear a yodeling dog, that's me. I will put myself on mute.
All right. Looks like we got everybody. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So before we begin, does anyone need any Pokemans? Local Pokemon trainer has brought his uncle and Frank the Owl. Frank the Owl normally does Hero Quest, but he's willing to help out this evening. So,
Hey, Crash, I don't have access to the character page with that has the token.
what do you mean? For which?
Because,
for the owl?
No, for the actual character.
Well, I don't know whose voice this is because I've never met you before.
Tony.
In voices.
Sorry.
The mage.
Okay. I have you linked to level 5 mage. Oh, yeah, it must have been character vaulted in. So let me add that real quick.
I
There we
think
go.
mine needs to do the same. I vaulted mine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, vaulted
Yeah.
as well.
All right. Let's get all those set up real quick. All right. Once they're linked, you should be able to just hold down Alt, double click, and then access it. All right. Beatrix. It's got me in the middle of Charactermancer for you.
Yeah. So the sheet I'm using is the one that has the picture. attached to it.
Okay.
Same deal
Alright.
with me. So I guess if it's easier to just swap them, or I'm not sure.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there is another Beatrix. Okay, I'll just delete this one that doesn't have a picture. That's
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, hold on. Alright. Then we'll relink it. There we go. Alright, hold on. Okay. Everything else should be okay.
This is Kyle. I will say that I do have access to click on Beatrice, but not Kamigal.
Okay. Let me go through and assign those real quick.
Yeah, I don't have it either. Crash for Indigo.
Got it. Okay. And then I'll go through and get all those set up.
I'm showing the stream how cool Beatrix's character's art looks. It is a grandma with a battle axe.
Grandmas do make very good D&D characters. So
Grandma.
we had one at Extra Life Marathon last year. She was much beloved by everyone. So
You have to call her, Tony, you have to call her different grandma names like Meemaw and like Granny.
Oh, sweet. I didn't even think about that.
okay, so
Babushka.
Indigo Montoya, I'm just seeing the one sheet. So let me
Yeah.
go ahead and get you set up with that. It already says you have access. Is that correct?
Tried to make a roll from the sheet, and I could not. Oh, there I can. Now I can.
Okay. All right, and then let's get this one set up. All right, Kamigal, it says Kyle has access to you.
Yeah, I just can't access the token on, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to access the token on the page, but I got my
Yeah.
character sheet, and I can...
Okay, so there's two Kamigals. Is that
Yeah,
the
so
problem?
there's that.
All right, let me see.
I didn't see a second one in there,
Yeah, I don't either.
so I don't know why that would be the case.
Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see. Yeah, it's the only Kamigal that's showing up. I will relink it. Could there be more than one Kyle? A lot of white people name their kid Kyle. Let's see. Nope, you're the only Kyle in the one-shot server. Let me see.
I will say I was in here earlier, and I could access the token. Something
Okay.
happened between now and then.
Can you move the token now?
I most certainly can.
Okay. All right. So everyone can move their tokens now.
Actually, I cannot crash. I have access to the sheet, but not the token.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
You seem like a nice fellow. I hate to kill you.
Huh. That's really weird. I must have linked it to your earlier Indigo earlier in the week. I guess it's my fault for trying to set things up in advance.
Oh no!
Okay.
Lessons learned?
Yeah.
Don't be proactive. Got it.
All right. So let me set it up from scratch. Hold on. All right.
Crash, did I ever tell you you're a gentleman and a scholar?
Thanks. Thanks. That's what all my student loans tell me every month. So, all right. Can you move this little tiny miniature?
Mhm.
All right. So everybody's able to move. Level 5 mage, could you move your three different miniatures out here?
Yeah, looks like. Yeah, I can move. I'll just exit.
All
I'll
right.
just overwrite my guy real quick.
Do you have a different sheet? Is it?
Yeah, I have a
is
different
it not?
sheet.
Okay. What's the name that I'm looking for?
Bartholomew Jenkins.
Okay. Oh, there you are.
And
Oh,
Grandpa
weird name.
Leroy.
Yeah,
And
Oh,
Grandpa
weird name.
Leroy.
yeah, Grandpa Leroy.
amazing.
Yeah, boy.
All right, I think I have managed to switch it over. Let me make sure that you actually have control. Yep, you should have control. How about now?
Yep.
Can you
Good there.
still move it? All right, and the name's correct. There we go.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, let's do this thing. Adventure's going to start right where it needs to start. So all of this is just prologue that gets you where you need to be. So this is a basic vanilla D&D world. Nothing fancy. There's not a lot going on here. It's not Forgotten Realms. It's just kind of like backwoods, prime-material plane where fantasy medieval stuff happens. So, the Cult of Dolan is a sect of prophets which allow themselves to be stung by the mysterious cephalatroph, creatures whose poison is believed to be 100% fatal, and to induce infallible but cryptic prophecies. While transporting the cephalatroph back to their monastery, one of the monks of Dolan was stung when the creature, normally very docile, attempted to escape. However, the monk did not die, but instead went insane, attacking and killing cultist monks and guards before fleeing into the woods. Father Emery, this earnest, good guy right here, a weathered old man whose smile never reaches his eyes, is offering 1,000 gold to whomever can recover the wayward monk alive, or, in place of 1,000 gold, the answer to any one question. To this end, he is providing one elixir that, when imbibed, will place a creature into a magical comatose state. For whatever personal or professional reasons, you have agreed to work with others in the pursuit of this goal. Our adventure begins along the trade road north of Lake Gaultry and south of Langeberg Woods. So, according to Father Emery, the attack happened along the trade road north of the lake, right as they were passing a stone face. It's basically a landmark. Locals believe that it is one of the ancient titans who died, body was left there, turned to stone, that sort of thing. So you guys travel to that location. Let me take you on over to that map. All right. I gotta shrink you down to be map size. Hold on. Out of curiosity, is Beatrix a human grandma?
Oh, yes, she's human.
Okay, great. All right. So let me take you over to the map. This will be a good test of whether or not you could see. So let me know if you could see or not.
Yeah, I see the map.
I have vision.
All right, sweet. So you guys arrive. You see the stone face. You see the road. No sign of the monk. I hit the tennis ball over the net to you. What will you do now?
Santa is going to look around to his fellow compatriots and say, "Is he known to be late, or is this an oddity? I'm unsure. I've spent the last few years, eating cookies, and I feel like my perception is off."
Okay. Yeah, that reminds me. As you speak these words, what is the establishing shot of this character so that everyone else knows what they are dealing with? What would the establishing shot be of Santa Nick Claus?
Nick is a cube of a man. He's 4.5 feet tall, 150 pounds. He's wearing a bright red suit right now, which is barely holding on to his girthy muscles.
All right.
He's got a great sword strapped to his back.
Hype. Okay. As you make this comment, the camera pans over to Indigo Montoya, an original character that was made just for this adventure. Give us an establishing shot of this unique and completely original character.
Well, you see, Indigo Montoya is a wood elf Spaniard with black hair and a thick black mustache.
Sure.
He holds a rapier in his left hand, and he is looking not for the man that killed his father, but for a different man.
The man being Brother Cecil, the monk who attacked his fellows and escaped. Gotcha.
You are correct, sir.
All right. I like how you integrated that into the adventure. Thanks. The camera then travels the length of your rapier and over to Camigal. Did I pronounce that right?
Close enough. Camigal.
Camigal. Okay. So Camigal, what's the establishing shot?
Yeah, so you see a 6'6" half-orc here with a great sword on his back, a brown duster and a hat that he wears with a cigar in hand and drinks from a flask, trying to be subtle, but failing miserably at it. He is a sellsword, a mercenary who you're to collect on the sizable bounty for bringing this monk back.
All right. Then the camera travels over to Grandpa Leroy. What is the establishing shot of Grandpa Leroy?
This is gonna be hard. I'm not sure how to do this. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. It's just, imagine like your favorite show or movie and the characters being shown for the first time, and what would be the thing that you'd want to point out the most, like about that creature or character.
I would say like probably standard build. Probably like 5'11", 5'10".
Sure.
Wearing a cloak. You can't really tell what he looks like. Kind of smells a little bit, but you're not sure if it's like he's dirty, has taken a shower in a while. You don't know.
Sure.
Kind of stinky. Like I want to.
These backwoods Primaterial worlds, most of them don't have running water, so yeah, it's probably fine. So
I think a little bit more. Okay. That's all you can see, I guess, for him. Like not too much. He kind of doesn't say anything. Very recluse.
All right.
I'd say.
Frank is not a big fan of your grandpa. He is just a standard owl familiar on loan from the Familiars Guild. This is your first time working together, Bartholomew. So you see Frank occasionally has a clipboard where he seems to be sort of taking stock. You feel like this is a driver's ed situation. You know what I mean? All right, so what is the establishing shot of Bartholomew as Frank kind of flies from his shoulder to get a better vantage of the road? What do we see when we see Bartholomew Jenkins?
Let's see, Bartholomew, human, of course.
Okay.
Probably, let's go with 5'9", 5'9.5". Blackish hair. Wears a cloak, regular mage or wizard stuff. Probably has classes, and it's not very used to talking to people, so kind of a recluse. Like he's very shy, I would say. He's just out on his vacation or adventure with his grandparents. Reluctantly.
Okay. On that note, the camera pans over to your grandmother. What do we see when the camera pans over to Beatrix Jenkins?
Oh, yes. You see a little old lady about 4'10". Big, thick glasses that kind of make her eyes bug out a little bit. And she's got lots of skulls adorned all over her axes and her armor. But they're very cute, very cute. And I'm on here this adventure to kind of watch over my grandson, show him the ropes. What it's like to be an adventurer.
Okay, great. So the camera finishes panning across the different characters and sort of takes a wide shot of you guys on the road. And Nick, you finish your question about if the man is running late or not, and play resumes.
Yeah, Beatrice is just gonna look over at Nick and just say, I don't care how long he takes, as long as you're next to me.
Whoa. Okay.
You remind me of my first wife. And I think that's a good thing.
Do you have a second wife?
I think I'm working on her right now.
Oh.
Wow. Bartholomew, Grandpa Leroy is beginning to head towards Nick and Beatrix in a very ominous way. So.
Avert
keep it in
your
your
eyes, Bartholomew. Avert your eyes.
Oh, my eyes! It burns!
Caragal kind of turns away embarrassedly and starts taking a look around to see if he sees anyone approaching.
Fair enough. So you recall that in the prologue, you have already spoken with Father Emery and received the quest. You have traveled to the location of the attack, and it is from here that the money that you're going to get paid starts being earned. They want you to figure out where he went and get him back. Ergo, no one is coming for you. You are cast adrift into this adventure. Unless you think that the man's going to wander back to where he escaped from, which we could definitely settle in for a while and see if that works out.
What's
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, I changed what I'm looking for to see if there are any obvious tracks or any area where it's broken underbrush where they've gone into the woods.
Sure. A survival check or an investigation check. Both of those would be an acceptable skill check to try and figure out what happened here. It is very hard to piece together what's happening with the strange cooing sounds coming out of Beatrix Jenkins and the sexy grumbles coming out of Santa Claus.
It is very, very distracting.
Yeah.
It's what's the weather like?
The weather is overcast. It is autumn, and it's about 50 degrees. Rain is imminent.
Can I walk over to the statue and
Sure.
have a look at it?
All right. There are not a tremendous amount of these, but these are not completely unknown in the world that your characters live in. But a history or religion check could tell you more about them. Yeah, actually, you know that this particular Titan went by the name of Nomageth. And Nomageth was basically, he had like a whole thing where he was worshipped by nobs. And he taught them to make like machines of death, and they bolstered his armies against the other Titans and the mortals of the world, blah, blah, blah. When the Titans went to war, the gnomes went with him in their great ancient war machines, etc., etc. So yeah, you recall the general story behind this particular Titan. It is said that this is not a statue, but the actual corpse of the Titan, and that it goes deep beneath the earth.
Do we know which way the road goes to the...
Yeah, the town that you were hired out of came from the west, and that was the direction that the monks were headed when they got attacked.
They were heading to town?
Yeah. You came from the town that they arrived in. So they arrived in town and immediately put out an advert for adventurers. This guy has been missing, essentially, for 2 days.
Alright, let's get to move on. Come on, Bartholomew.
Come on, you young whippersnappers. We've got a lot of work to do. I have
All right, and I'm coming.
What did you find?
Kamigal, it is hard having Grandma ask what you found, knowing that you did so poorly. I don't know what your character backstory is in relation to old women, but there may be a certain amount of obligation you feel to make her proud. And right now, I don't think you could do that.
Oh, I'm sure you did perfectly fine. You tried your best.
In all honesty, it looks like Indigo over there may be onto something. He seemed to be studying that giant head over there pretty intently. So, Indigo, what did you find?
You see, I found that it is already dead. There is no need to look at it further. Maybe we should go check the rocks and the trees to the north.
Yes, let's go. Would you like some hot candy? Will that cheer you up, Kamigal?
I'll pass as I pull a cigar out and light it instead.
I'm sure you want to be smoking those. That's terrible for you.
Yep, they are.
Can you believe kids these days smoking cigars? Next thing you know, he's gonna be drinking whiskey.
Right.
Indeed.
I added a custom item and weapon to your character sheet, Beatrix. So
You did?
yeah.
Is it candy?
Yeah, I think I spelled it wrong though. Hold on. All right, there we go.
What is it?
There you go. In case you need it. All right. Kamigal is tapped out here as far as trying to find any clues. If anyone else would like to give investigation or survival a shot, you certainly can.
Now, Beatrix, I know our eyes aren't what it used to be, but could you perhaps give me a hand here? Maybe we could spot something up if we look hard enough.
Yes. I'll help you any day, sugar.
You definitely are the milk to my cookies, aren't you? And
My heart's
can I
fluttering.
attempt a survival check with advantage if she helps me get the milk? I mean,
yes, you may attempt the survival check with advantage. Less because Beatrix is helping you, but more because of old man posturing. So. Okay.
You happy?
Yeah, as you look around, you do everything that the elves back at your workshop would, had told you that, you do when you're tracking. You kind of kneel down, you grab some grass, you smell it, you let it go into the wind, watch it fly away. As you kneel down to grab the grass, Grandpa Leroy was just about to bear hug you and strangle you. But not even noticing, you kneel down and begin to crawl along the ground, following the trail. Grandpa Leroy staggers after you, groaning with outrage. You do notice that over here, there is a fallen tree and some dried blood.
hey, everyone, I found something. There's a pool of blood over here. It's dry. I hope we haven't lost our quarry. What do you think?
I come up by Grandpa Leroy and say, You doing all right there, friend? You seem to be out of sorts.
Yeah, he turns to you, and beneath the shadowed cowl of his hood, you smell the fetid scent of the grave. He says only 2 words to you. And you see like worms and bugs come spraying out from inside the hood.
Yep, okay. Alright, what'd you find over here?
Okay.
Come on, Grandpa, let's go.
This strapping young man found what we need.
Alright, investigating the scene, you do see that there is, in fact, quite a bit of blood here. There are some crossbow bolts stuck into nearby tree trunks and the ground. You also see that this tree has been ripped free of the ground, root knot and all. Studying it further, you see that there are dribbles of blood that go further north into the forest.
Kamigo, what do you think?
Seems as good a lead as any. Might as well follow where the trail takes us.
Looks like quite the ambush. That does not seem very sportsmanlike.
Now, you do see that the tracks lead from this general direction back towards the road. So they go like this away, and then they stopped, and then they go this away into the forest. So I don't know if you want to follow the back trail or just follow the trail.
I say we follow this trail of blood wherever it's going to take us. Seems the most direct route to where I think we'll find what we're looking for.
Well, do you want to lead the way, or do you want me and Granny Beatrix here to lead us up?
No. I'll take point.
That's mighty fine of you. Knock down the spider webs as you walk forward. Those get trapped in my beard.
Yeah, you got it.
I shall follow behind you, friend.
Here, Beatrix, hold my arm. I want to make sure you stay safe.
Oh, it's so masterly.
So, as you guys I'll hero stack you right here. Nice hero stack sandwich. I'll take you deeper into the forest. All right. As you head deeper into the forest, the overcast sky grows darker. The clouds more gray, tinged with black. The light is still clear, and the afternoon sun filtering through the clouds keeps everything well lit. You travel through the woods following the trail for about 2 hours, when the trail suddenly ends at a babbling stream. So I will set you down by that stream. There we go. All right. What is everybody's passive perceptions?
Ooh,
That'd be a
that's
great
a
question.
10.
Yeah, a 10.
Chemical's got 15.
Okay.
14.
14.
Oh, Bartholomew got 14.
Okay. So 15 is the best that we got. Got it. All right. So, as you guys come up into or come upon this stream, you do see that it is heading in a northerly direction. So maybe it is fed by the lake. The stream moves at a pretty brisk pace, and it is pretty deep. at least 5 feet deep in some places, possibly deeper in others. It is shallow enough to cross at the fjord right here. But unless you are trained in athletics or acrobatics, you will need to make one of those checks to cross, and it will be difficult terrain even if you succeed on the check. Failure on the check would mean you could not cross that turn.
I want to wade about halfway and help the others make it across that may have a harder time.
Okay.
I am trained in athletics.
Do any of these rocks stick out of the water?
Yeah. Those are the ones that if you had like athletics or acrobatics, you'd just be essentially jumping from rock to rock and making your way across without getting wet. So.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
But if you are the oddity that does not have proficiency in either acrobatics or athletics, this would be a very tricky crossing. At the slippery, sharp rocks and the mucky, muddy bottom of the river. Do you not have either of those skills?
I do. I have a 10 in acrobatics.
Oh, you didn't have to roll that if you did. Yeah. Only people without proficiency. But yeah, you could lean into it if you want, and almost have a few spills as you make your way across. But if anything, that shows how difficult it is to get across.
Bartholomew, do you need to hold Grandma's hand to get across this little bit of water?
I think I do, Grandma.
Okay, come on, darling.
Oh wow! The owl telepathically says to you, Bartholomew, are you serious? You can let your Grammy hold your hand while you cross the river.
I'm gonna look at Frank with the shifty-eyed. Like, don't judge me.
You see that Frank does have his little clipboard out, and he is judging you. Frank also says, Bartholomew, it is worth mentioning that there are other owls afoot, and they are quite large. They are watching us from the trees.
Oh. Granny, Frank says there's other owls looking at us, judging us.
What?
Judging owls everywhere.
As he points it out, and you guys begin to look, everyone except Beatrix does notice the owls. Beatrix, those cataracts, you probably gotta get those looked at. But yes, there are 4 such owls, and they are perched up in the trees, watching you guys intently. If you are trained in nature, you could definitely roll a nature check. Well, this would probably be a common enough. Even if you're not trained in nature, you can make a nature check to see if you know anything about giant owls.
Those owls don't look like the kind we have at the North Pole. I don't know anything about them.
Okay.
Can I tell if they're actually judging us?
Well, I mean, their character art would indicate yes. Alright, Indigo with a 12. You know that giant owls are bigger than regular owls. You also know that giant owls are nocturnal, so it is a little strange that they would be out and about during the day, even in the afternoon time. And you have heard that they are exceptionally intelligent, as intelligent as humans, or pretty close to it.
Yeah, see, these are not the North Pole owls. These are common owls around here. They're very smart, very wise, and they're very large. So,
Indigo, do you think it's smart to ask one of these owls if they've seen this person we're looking for run by? Perhaps I could offer them some rations in return.
would I know like how big they get off of that?
I mean, these are full grown. More, yeah.
Like what we're talking like?
Oh, I mean they're big enough that elves ride around on them. like flying motorcycles. Yeah.
I don't know that a ration
Would you
will hold
like
them
some
over.
candy?
Grandma, I
You start hearing that well-known crinkle of the plastic.
They may like candy. They may. I do not know.
All right. Grandpa Leroy comes up.
Candy.
He begins to paw at the candy.
Oh, my darling, here you go.
All right. He takes it and he eats the wrapper and the candy. There's a squelching sound, and one of his teeth falls out and kind of tumbles down the front of his cloak.
Oh, that's okay. I've got that for you. I'm gonna pocket his tooth.
Okay. All right. He's gonna walk back over and protectively put an arm around Bartholomew.
Beatrix, you want me to feed that candy to that owl? It's okay if I get nipped. My fingers are thick and broad. It'll take more than one owl bite to take one off.
Thick. Here you go.
Beatrix, you still don't know what owls they're talking about, but it's very nice of you to humor them.
And
I call from the middle of the fjord. So does anybody need any help at all? And I'm seriously here to help. If anybody. How about you, little boy over there?
All right. As you approach, you see that the owls are about 20 feet up in the trees.
Mr. Owl, would you like a candy?
All right. This is oddly familiar. The owl in the tree looks down at the person with some candy, who has asked it a question. And it kind of cocks its head to the side, and then it shakes its head no, as if it perfectly understood what you had said.
I'll put the candy away and pull out some of my beef jerky ration. How about some tasty smoked sausage?
Okay. The owl listens to your words and then shakes its head no again.
And Santa will look back. He says, I don't have anything else. What do owls like?
Did he just say cows? Is he cold?
No, Grandma, he said owls.
Maybe at the best we just leave them be.
You're probably right, Indigo. You look like quite the smart man. You have a smart haircut and an even smarter sword.
Does. You do marvel. You have heard that it is a trend among young wood elves to buy hair tonic so that they can grow mustaches. You have never seen one in person, but now you take out your crazy shit in D&D bingo board from your back pocket, and you check that box off. So it's right next to dragonborns that don't have tails. So
Tieflings without horns.
yeah.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to check this one off.
All right.
Does anyone need a piggyback ride across this river? I'm incredibly strong. I may be short.
I'm right here. If anyone needs help, I'm seriously like. Do you not see me here? Just
Grandpa Leroy begins quote unquote climbing on you. He's kind of gumming you, like on your head and neck. You're not sure what that's about, but he's definitely grappling you. You could easily lift him up and carry him across if you would like with your 26 athletics.
I'll say, Beatrix, if you're into some type of 2-on-1 sort of thing, this guy looks like he'll be good enough for us. I'll agree to it. And I'll double yeet across the river.
All right. Yeah, Grandpa Leroy furiously pounds on you with his fists and gums as you carry him across. Bartholomew, this is not the most embarrassing trip you've been on with your grandparents, so there is that. As you begin to cross, hold on just a sec. As Kamigal and Indigo reach the other side of the stream, a number of things happen. An ominous hissing sound emanates from this burrow right here, as though many, many dozens of snakes are all hissing in unison. And the owls that everyone except Grandma has seen, all in unison turn to look at Kamigal as he is the first across the stream. Their eyes begin to flicker with a magenta light, and they roll themselves into initiative. All right. So you can select your mini, and then a number of buttons will appear in the top left of the screen. You can choose whatever flavor of initiative you need, and then it will roll it automatically and put you into the turn order. You must have your miniature selected for the buttons to appear, so that'll make sure that you end up in the turn order. If you decide to roll initiative another way, please make sure you have your miniature selected before you do so that you can show up on the initiative tracker. Alright. Let's roll these adorable owls into initiative. Alright, so Bartholomew, you gotta roll all 3 of your minis into initiative.
Alright.
So each of them gets their own initiative count.
Okay.
Yep. Alright. Alright, everyone's rolled into initiative, I think. Alrighty. Out of the burrow, to the north of you, Santa Claus and Grandpa Leroy, you see a swarm of venomous snakes appear. Is anyone here actually trained in the nature skill? I always I ask out of curiosity any chance I get, because I haven't met too many people that are. Alright, you just see an ass load of snakes. They form almost a living carpet of serpentine forms, and they begin making their way along the ground at a pretty good pace. They sort of dump over the side of this rocky ledge here, tumbling like a waterfall of snakes onto Santa Claus, who is also called Nick. As they do, as snakes rain down, getting stuck in your beard, in your beautiful hair, in your red clothes, they begin biting.
You stop that. You stop biting Santa.
Now you do notice, as the biting starts, that each of the tiny snakes, their eyes glow with a magenta light, similar to what the owls had going on. A 25.
That will
All right. You take 8 points of piercing and 6 points of poison, and the snakes are now all up in your space. Turn order goes to Santa Claus.
Santa will immediately rip off his red cloak and go into a rage using my bonus action.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Very nice.
And when I rage, I am a Storm Herald Barbarian. I get to use my Tundra Aura. So, with this active, each creature in my Aura gains at 5th level 3 temporary hit points. And let me just see what that Aura range is. 10 feet in each direction.
I will turn an Aura for you.
So, unfortunately enough, I think that's just me and Grandpa Leroy.
Okay.
Okay, once I have that Aura, and that just looks like dancing reindeer all around me, I'm gonna great sword the snakes.
Okay. Oh, very nice. 19 against the snakes. That is a tremendous hit, almost max damage. The snakes sort of part as you slash at them, being a swarm, they do not take the full damage from the attack, but you do manage to lop off the heads and chop in half a great many snakes. However, the remnants reform back into their writhing carpet of biting heads. Alright. Anything else from Sansa? You are 5th level. Do you want second attack?
Yep, I will attack again. I will greatsword again, and I'll yell out, "These snakes be magical!"
That is also going to hit. They manage to sort of get out of the way, reducing the damage again, but another solid hit.
I'll say, "Everybody stand back from these snakes. I think they're poisonous too." That's it for me.
Alright, fair enough. Indigo Montoya. These are not the snakes who killed your father. You do a quick check. They do look violent. They
will prepare to die.
Okay. You do hear that there are more snakes getting ready to pour out of this burrow, though.
I'm going to move up and help the jolly man.
Okay.
Make 2 attacks. Or 1 attack with the rapier.
Let's see it. 19 definitely hits. Okay.
5 piercing. Oh yeah, I forgot to roll sneak attack, so.
There we go. Alright, 13 total. That does drop them to bloodied.
Okay.
So you and Santa have killed half of the snakes that made up that swarm.
And then I will back 5, 10.
Alright, no worries about an attack of opportunity. A snake swarm has a reach of 0, so they're only able to threaten Santa Claus.
And then I also have
oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, not that. That's not it. It's fancy footwork, I think is what.
Oh, fancy footwork. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else from Indigo Montoya?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Let's see. Santa. More snakes.
Bring it on, you fucking snakes!
Alright. Yeah, they can occupy other spaces. Hell yeah. They'll do the same thing. They'll waterfall down the cliff and tumble into the pile of snakes that was already there. You have a lot of snakes on you. A lot of snakes. As they tumble down from above, they bite you. Here we go. Alright, that is a 22. So 7 piercing, and then make the save to see if you can reduce the 8 poison. You do. So 7 piercing and 4 poison.
Okay, that comes out of my temp first, I think. So that's
correct. Yep.
And it's reduced because I'm raging. So is that 3 and 4?
Yeah. So you reduce, and then you would soak with your temp HP after you reduce. So 7 would be reduced to 3, and then the 4 would be reduced to 2.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Alright, and I'm not meaning to assume, but if you're a dwarf, you would then also reduce the damage some more, I think? Or you would reduce the poison damage, because dwarves are resistant to poison.
Yes. Dwarven resilience.
Yeah, so you would actually take 2 points of piercing. No, sorry, 3 points of piercing and only 1 point of poison. So, well done. Alright.
Let the snakes bite me, everybody. It feels good.
So, the owl that has been watching you guys cross the stream, seeing that you have gone past the spot that you were not supposed to go past, Camigal, it launches itself down from the tree to attack you. Here we go. 22 for 6.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, it is going to use Flyby to just keep going, and then it perches at the top of this tree, 20 feet up. All right. Let's see. This owl over here, it does see that there is a small, adorable grandma. As it narrows its eyes, using its keen vision and hearing, it hears the sounds that Beatrix makes, sees how Beatrix looks, and realizes that it has found a giant mole, one of its favorite foods. So, it is going to swoop into attack. Here we go. 22 for 7.
Okay.
Alright, so it flies by, it slashes you with its talons. You have more HP than a mole. It kind of snaps its talons together in frustration. Flyby attack goes and lands in this tree, preparing for its next flyby. Slowly but surely, it will shred your mole hide, and then eat you, and then poop you out as like a little mole mummy. At least that's what it's planning to do. Alright, it can't get much worse than that, but then some snakes come out of this burrow over here.
Is it Saturday already? I'm covered in snakes.
So they start slowly, well not slowly at all, they start making their way towards you. They see that there is a young man left unattended. They're going to slither on up and start going up his pant legs, into his boots, just climbing anywhere they can get. They are nuzzling your flesh, getting ready for some bites. They did have to dash action to get to you. Bartholomew Jenkins, to you.
Grandma, help me! Should I look at Frank and see if he's gonna help me, or is he just still like writing in his notebook or not?
No. Frank holds up one wing feather in a patience gesture, because his initiative has not come up yet.
All right. I guess I'll try casting. Wait. Sorry. Firebolt at the snakes.
Okay. You are in melee with the snakes, so this would be a disadvantage.
Ooh. I didn't know that. Maybe quarterstaff?
Okay.
Try to get the snakes away, maybe? We'll try that.
Alright.
Since it's a melee attack, is it still disadvantage, or is it...
Another option is, if you think Grandma could tank for you, you could use a disengage action to get out of the swarm.
Oh.
And then maybe try to get Grandma in between you and the snakes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll do that. So I guess, alright, I'll use disengage and... I can tell you myself, right?
Well, Frank is a tiny creature. He's on your shoulder, so he'll just go with you. So,
okay.
Yep.
I guess I'll try... Be difficult terrain to go around.
Well, to cross, you would need athletics or acrobatics. If you don't have training in them, you would have to make a check to start moving across the river at half speed.
Okay.
The stream blushes because we called it a river, but, you know, it doesn't get complimented very often.
I'll try. Let's see. Shit.
Okay, so you disengage from the snakes, so you're released out of that, and you do not feel comfortable making it across the river. The best I could do for you here at Stream Crossing Pawn Stars is maybe like this rock right here.
All right.
Does that work?
Take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Any bonus action?
I guess I'll just tell Grandpa Leroy, kill those snakes!
Alright. That sounds good. That brings us to owl number 7. Owl number 7 looks down at the scene, and you can see that there is some resignation on its face, some sadness. It looks away towards the forest, but then you see its shoulders kind of hunch, and then, almost robotically, it turns its head back around to face you guys, and its eyes are just two glowing circles of magenta light. Alright. It's going to soar down and attack Grandma, then fly back up over the river. Alright, Grandma, this is for you.
Oh no, these
thir-
owls.
13, I don't think it hits Grandma.
Does not hit Grandma.
Alright, Frank, your ward is in danger. What do you do?
Sorry. What can he do? Sorry.
He can, in combat at least, pretty much just do a dodge, dash, disengage, or assist action. So basically, he can go up to something, use assist on it, and then because flyby, he can then fly away from it without opportunity attack, and that would give advantage to the next attack roll made against that target. He can also assist you, or anyone else that he is adjacent to, and then they would have advantage on the next ability check that they make. So, like, he could help you cross the river, for example, or he could help somebody have a better chance of hitting a target. So, familiars are pretty useful.
Alright. I will think I'll look at him and ask for help.
Okay.
Ability.
Alright. He begins explaining to you the best way to leap from rock to rock and get across the river. He starts to get a little intense with his dissertation about physics and that sort of thing, but you're starting to get the idea. So you will have advantage on your next ability check. Alright. Grandpa Leroy, you're up. That's also you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Grandpa Leroy. Look at old Santa over here and decide whether to actually hit the snakes or to hit him. Torn between the, he's torn. But I think he will take a swing at the snakes.
I mean, in all fairness, there are so many snakes on Santa Claus that even if zombie Leroy Jenkins did try to hit Santa Claus, he'd probably just kill a bunch of snakes anyways. He has, like, snake armor on right now. Alright. Go ahead and give me that attack roll.
Did that work?
Oh yeah, that definitely worked. I'm assuming he attacks the bloodied one because he's a former adventurer. He knows what he's doing. You smash a bunch of snakes. They squelch underneath your fist. It doesn't look like Bart's looking. You could maybe even pull a couple into your mouth for snackies.
I think he might do that.
Okay, fair enough. Then I will go to your lovely wife, Beatrix. You're up.
Alright, what are these on this floor right here? I'm just gonna start poking at them with my great axe while smacking. Like, what is this?
Fair enough. Oh yeah, you definitely are smacking the hell out of it. Alright, the snakes are confused and begin to scatter as you are chopping them up.
Alright. Oh, they seem to be snakes. That's really gross. I'm going to hit them again.
And you do.
That's a 20 with a Great Weapon Master.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's 22 damage, right?
22 damage. Alright. Yeah, well done. It is intensely frustrating, Beatrix, because they keep slithering out of the way. Since they are a swarm, normal weapon attacks do not do what they normally do. So these snakes are just dividing and then coming back together into a writhing knot of serpents. Alright, anything else for Beatrix?
You know what, can I toss the Divine Smite onto that second attack?
Yeah, the second attack, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so
12 radiant.
12. Now the radiant damage is all damage. So you managed to just irradiate a tremendous amount, dropping them to barely any snakes. They are well past bloodied.
Ugh, vile creatures, get away from me!
Alright. Anything else from Beatrix Jenkins?
That'll be it.
Okay, fair enough. Seeing that there's a real ultimate badass over there, this owl is going to focus on easier prey. It's going to swoop in and attack this half-orc. And then it's going to fly up into this tree. So here's the attack against Kamigal. Oh, what a tease! What a tease! So an 18 for 8.
Yep. That is.
Slashing talons fly past. Blood sprays on the autumn leaves, and the creature comes to perch high up in its boughs. All right, that brings us to you, Kamigal. First in round 2.
Fucking owls. Alright, he's gonna come over here and he's gonna try to chop up the rest of that bloodied snake pile with his great sword.
Alright, a lot of big swords tonight. Let's see, an 11 does not hit. The snakes use Santa Claus as a living shield, and you pull the blade up short rather than kill Santa and risk getting no presents this year.
Gonna go with regular greatsword this time.
Oh, regular greatsword does hit. There are a handful of snakes still left in that swarm. Alright, anything else from Kamigal?
Not at the moment, no.
Alright. Top of the rounds, the few snakes that are left, looks like they're going to scatter and flee. And as they start to, you see each of them kind of seize up a little bit and start twitching. Their eyes glow with a more intense magenta light, and they return to biting the hell out of Santa Claus.
What the hell?
Alright. Here we go. Maybe. 9 does not get through your defenses. Alright, Santa, to you.
That was a good show, Kamigal, but let me show you how it's done. And I'm gonna make these 2 attacks recklessly.
Oh, dang. Okay.
17 for...
17 hits. Alright, that will finish off that swarm of snakes.
And I'll recklessly attack the other... Wasn't there 2 swarms of snakes on me?
Oh, there's definitely 2 swarms of snakes on you.
Okay, I'll recklessly attack the other swarm.
Okay.
Whoop.
Oh, that's a critical hit.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens to the according to these deadly cards. Don't lose your head. Quadruple damage. And if the target takes damage equal to or greater than half their max HP, they are decapitated. That's a lot of heads to decapitate with one swing. But if you could travel around the whole world in one night, I'm pretty sure you can pull this off. Roll 4d6 more dice for me. Alright, so we got 11, which is 20, and then 27, 29, yeah, that'll be that.
Then after killing the snakes, I look to Kamigal, and I look to Grandpa Leroy, and I think I can, hopefully, I can't do this. I'm gonna use my bonus action to give those 2 guys and myself 3 more temporary hit points with my Tundra aura.
Okay.
And I think that was 5, 10, 15, 25 there. And I'm like, Beatrix, I'm coming. Those snakes bit me pretty good, but I'm coming for that other swarm. That'll be it.
Alright. Indigo Montoya, you're up.
Now, this does not seem very sportsmanlike. He's gonna look up at the owls.
Yep. The owls agree with you. They nod. It is not. They are not playing fairly.
So I have a question about if I bonus action hide and ready an attack, will that ready to attack be a sneak attack? If it's as long as the sneak attack meets parameters.
Yeah. I mean, you're a swashbuckler, so you get a sneak attack as long as you're by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know if you'd have to hide, really, because isn't the parameters as long as you are by yourself, you get it, or do you still have to have an advantage?
No. As long as I'm within 5 feet of them and no one else.
Oh, then there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a sneak attack can happen outside of your turn if you get it with a reaction. It's actually a way to get 2 sneak attacks per round. Is you have one on your actual turn, and then you have one with your reaction outside of your turn.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, loophole.
Sick. Alright, then I'm going to stay right here and hold my action to attack. In case one of these owls comes down.
Alright, fair enough. Readying in action. There's a good chance the owl's gonna come down. It's coming down right now. Alright, so you're readying in action. You go first. Because you specifically said you were holding it for an owl coming down.
Yeah.
26 definitely hits. 9 damage. Alright, it is bloodied by that 14 damage. It is not a swarm, so it takes the full amount. It does, however, try to drop that talon attack on you as it flies by. And misses.
Yeah.
Alright, that takes us to this owl over here. Alright, the owl sees Santa Claus coming across the river. Santa Claus must have realized he was making a mistake and is leaving, so the owl's okay with that. It is going to fly past its ally and attack Indigo Montoya, and then come to perch up in this tree.
You cowardly owl.
That's 21 for 12. That's a beef hit.
Can I use uncanny dodge on that?
Unfortunately, you used your reaction for a ready to attack.
That's right, gotcha.
But normally, yes, totally can. Alright, that brings us to the remnants of the swarm of snakes. Yeah, they desperately want to get out of here, but as a handful of snakes begin to leave, the rest redouble their efforts, their eyes gleaming with that magenta light. They pounce, launching themselves at Grandma like a can of peanut brittle that had springy snakes inside. Here we go. 14 does not get through your defenses. Alright. That was some beef poison too. Alright, Bartholomew Jenkins, your grandma's doing an excellent job of tanking those snakes for you.
Don't you learn,
I'll help you. And I was like, do I really want to help her? I could get rid of her now and hit her. No, I'll shoot a firebolt.
Alright, firebolt at Grandma. I mean the snakes.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah, that hits. Give me that sweet damage. You blast them. The fire scorches and incinerates what's left of the snake swarm, leaving behind an unharmed Grandma.
Oh, my sweet pea Bartholomew, I'm so proud of you.
And then I think I'll move over here.
Alright, let's see that check. Athletics or acrobatics with advantage because of your physics lesson from Frank the Owl.
Here we go.
There you go. Alright. You begin jumping from rock to rock, making your way across the river. Frank holding the shoulders of your robes and flapping his wings furiously to give you extra airtime. Alright. Hovering above the river, this owl is going to fly at Santa Claus.
Bring it on,
And then-
you feathered motherfucker.
Oh, dang. Dang, Santa. Alright. Oh, they are unable to land the hits. Frank the Owl, you're up.
I should say I attacked recklessly, so.
Oh, that is true. I appreciate that honesty. Alright, then a 20 for 6.
My reindeer spirit jumps in the way and tanks it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Frank the Owl, you're up. Your ward has safely crossed the river, give or take.
Can he make an attack?
Familiars are under strict contract. They are not allowed to attack during combat.
Got it.
Yep. Or attack ever. Really. It's only when you get warlock stuff involved that they can start doing that. Yeah.
Maybe I ask him if he'd go assist Indigo Montoya. Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, he can use the help action on Indigo so that he has advantage on an ability check, or it could fly up to and then probably back from either of these owls and make the next attack against those guys have advantage.
Oh, I'll do that. This owl.
Okay, so it flies up into the face of that owl, says some very hurtful things in owl, and then flies back. The next attack against this owl here will be at advantage. Alright, Grandpa Leroy, you're up.
Alright, Grandpa Leroy has, 20 feet. I think that'll work for...
Remember, this guy's 20 feet up in the tree right now, because flying an owl, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you could just present yourself as a tasty target and then hold your attack like Indigo Montoya did. Just punch them as they come at you.
Alright, I'll have him do... I guess I'll move here and then do that.
Sure, yeah. So you're going to ready an attack? Sounds good. Alright, Beatrix Jenkins, to you.
Alright. Let's hobble on over this way. Do you have to be like right under it to get 20 feet?
Yeah, it's like you'd be at the base of the tree, it's 20 feet up from you.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's toss la chancla at that thing. Oh, I forgot to tag on the 10 for the Great Weapon Master.
Wow. Okay. So no, if Great Weapon Master works on a...
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's only for
That's
melee
fine.
attacks. Alright. So yeah, that definitely hits. 6 points of damage. Hit with the shoe. You watch the owl look around, like, and he looks over at the other owls, and the other owls look as bewildered as he is that this would happen. I'm gonna make a saving throw for this owl. Okay. All right. You can see the magenta light disappear from this owl's eyes as it kind of shakes its head after being hit with the shoe.
Okay,
Right.
she's gonna pull out another one.
Oh no! Okay.
Right back. Get down here!
Oh gosh! All right. You hit it again, and it is bloodied. It looks affronted and afraid. All right. Anything else from Beatrix?
No, that'll be her turn. She'll be holding a chancla in her hand and like waving it menacingly at the owl in the tree.
Right.
Beautiful feet, Beatrix. Show them off.
Oh, thank
I
you.
am so scandalized. All right. So this owl is going to attack Indigo Montoya. Here we go. And then fly over across the stream. Let's see. I have requisitioned an attack. It may or may not show up. Let me hit it again, so we can get 2 attacks. Oh, okay. So 12. Okay, cool. Thanks, Roll20. Yeah, neither of the attacks hits. It only made 1. All right, Kamigal, you're up.
Kamigal's gonna come up to this owl here, and he's gonna take out one of his hand axes, look at the little owl that helped him out, and say, I hope this works.
Oh, it works. That is a natural 20 thanks to Frank the Owl. Let's see what happens. Slashy, triple damage, and it has to make a Constitution save. So go ahead and roll another D6. All right. So that's a total of 14 damage. That owl has not been damaged yet. Let's make its Constitution save.
Well, and I don't think I put it on there. It should be another D. No, never mind. That is out there. Just kidding.
Yep. Yeah, I included it for you. Your orc bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It is bloodied from your attack.
I'm gonna take out my second one and go. Just fucking die already.
And it does. The axe embeds in its little skull. It lets out a confused hoot. It falls out of the tree.
I walk over to it and pull the 2 hand axes out.
Alright. Top of the round. Santa Claus.
I'll look around impressed by my allies and I say, maybe after this is done, you all can take a job at the North Pole making toys for all the children. But first things first, he'll point at this owl here and say, I'm here to chew candy canes and kick ass, and I'm all out of candy canes. And he drops his greatsword and pulls out a sharpened candy cane from his bag of tricks.
Oh, nice.
A javelin at this owl. And I can't throw javelins recklessly, correct?
Correct, yep.
And that's a javelin.
That is definitely gonna hit. It takes 9 points. 7 points of damage. Alright.
And can I throw a second javelin this turn?
Yeah, totally can.
Cool. He'll pull out another one, seeing that one candy cane is embedded, and he's gonna try to toss another.
Alright. Also a hit. Okay. It is bloodied.
Santa Claus will look across the river and say, Bartholomew, good show getting across the river. And he'll run over trying to get as many people as he can in this square. And
nice.
Try to delve out some storm aura temp HP. So I think everybody within 10 feet of me, please take some.
Alright, 3 temp HP. Nice. Now, those of you who are newer to the game, temp HP does not stack. So if you already had some, you would not gain more, but if you had less than 3, you would go up to 3.
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Indigo Montoya, you're up.
If I step out of the aura, does it...
No, once you get temp HP, you got them until you lose them, or you take a long rest.
So, for daggers, right, they're like 20, 50 or something to throw?
Correct, yep. But fortunately, in this world, no one invented the Pythagorean theorem. So, as long as you can measure 20 feet, and it's not higher than 20 feet, you will magically cross the distance without having to do any real math or physics or anything.
Okay, so if I was right here...
For sure.
Okay. I will move up to right here.
Okay.
And I will toss. So I can toss both, right? If I main hand dagger and offhand dagger.
If you use your bonus action for it, they're both light weapons. Yeah, and your main action was attacking? Absolutely.
Yep, okay. So then I will throw 2 daggers at it.
Okay. 12 does hit.
Okay.
A second dagger isn't even needed. It dies. It just sort of drifts down out of the tree, crunches against the ground.
Then I will use my other 5 feet. See if I can free action grab the dagger, and I will bonus action hide.
Okay. Alright, that brings us to owl number... Where are we at? 12, who is dead. Owl number 10, who is dead. Bartholomew Jenkins, you're up.
I will look at Grandma, check up on her. Looks like she's doing okay over there.
Yeah.
Throw on those slippers. I'll shoot a fireball at the this owl over here.
Okay.
23.
23 hits. Yeah, this owl is roasted. right. It dies, and as it falls from the tree, its corpse just sort of rolls down the hill. Does some weird Skyrim physics, and just comes to rest at the bottom. Right, anything else from Bartholomew Jenkins?
That'll be all for me.
Okay. This owl puts both of its wings up in an X in front of its face, and it flees. Alright, assuming you do not want to chase it through the dense underbrush of the forest, this would be the end of this combat encounter. I can take you out of initiative.
Did my hand axes fall to the floor when it flew off?
Sure.
Thank you.
I thought they were slippers, so I didn't think they would stick. I didn't think they would stick it to its body. Oh, okay, fair enough. Alright.
Embedded the slippers within the owl.
That's a hard
They're
hit with a
steel-pointed slippers?
I think it's stuck. Whoosh. Okay. You have defeated this odd collection of creatures.
Does anyone know anything about why these animals would attack us like this? In the North Pole, polar bears will only attack you if you, attack them first.
Frank leans into you, Bartholomew, and whispers telepathically, or if you steal their Coca-Cola.
Now, I may not be super versed in magics, but I've never seen an owl, large or otherwise, that had glowing eyes like that. Anyone else notice that? As I drink a potion of healing.
There should be a macro for healing potions, if you don't want to have to roll them yourself. There you go. But it's not a super cool API one that automatically adds your health, so you will have to do that part. All right, yeah. Everybody's busting out them Capri Suns. Good stuff.
Can Santa walk over to the owl that's dead here and lift its body up and try to examine it, see if there's anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big creature, but it's surprisingly light with its hollow bones. That and owls are mostly feathers. So yeah, you're just kind of checking it out.
Yeah, trying to see
Yeah,
if
that
there's
rope
something
over there's weird.
outwardly that we can detect that may have caused it to act this way.
Okay. I would say that this would be an Arcana or a Nature check. Probably be the best way, but we could throw medicine into the mix because it doesn't get enough action. So I would take an Arcana, a medicine, or a Nature check.
Can Indigo walk over and help him?
Assuming you are trained in whatever skill he's doing, you can provide assistance.
Which one are you going to use?
Medicine, as I have veterinary skills. I have to take care of my reindeer.
That makes sense.
So I don't, but instead
Okay.
Indigo's going to be like, I don't think that is the owl that you think it is.
This owl that I'm looking at, it's not the owl that I think it is?
I don't think it is.
Well, just in case, and I'll take some of my rope and rope it around the owl and put it on my back and tie it there. Say, in case we get hungry.
Is this fully cooked?
I mean, it's magic, so yeah.
Alright, Beatrix is gonna take some. She's gonna stick it in a purse for later. And then feed Grandpa Leroy some.
It's just like my Nana. Alright, yeah, he's down. He is eating it. Okay, it's gamey. It's gamey for sure. Alright. He would follow you anywhere, even into death. Okay. Yes. So, is that medicine check en route, or?
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
I can help you with that. I'm trained in medicine.
That's incredible. 2 people trained in medicine in the same adventuring party. This is incredible.
I should say I'm not trained in medicine. It's just that the other 2 are just bad.
Gotcha. Is there anybody that's trained in medicine?
I've got a check mark next to my
nice.
medicine.
Okay, I'm looking for medicine training in medicine, arcana, or nature.
I have arcana.
Okay. Why don't you take the arcane approach, and Grandma will take the medicinal approach, and we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. There's a lot of stress on this creature in the eye area. Like the capillaries of the eyes have burst and bled into the eye itself. The creature does not seem to be have eaten in the last day or so. Yeah. Sharing this information with Bartholomew, you see all the telltale signs of mind control, specifically enchantment magic. With a 24, if you didn't know any better, you would say that the strength of this enchantment goes beyond arcane magic into the realm of magic that is forbidden in the 5th age, psionics.
Oh, Grandma! They look like they were mind controlled by something spooky.
Oh dear, are you gonna have nightmares from this, my darling?
I think I'll be okay.
Are you sure you don't need... I've seen your dancing lights that you put up at night. You need those at night tonight, so you don't get scared.
I could use some candy.
Okay, here you go. Here's some candy. Let Grandma unwrap it for you.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear.
Nick will approach and say, Beatrix, your axie handwork was quite spectacular.
Oh, you like that, do you? I can show you some other axie handworks I can do.
Oh.
Grandma's nasty.
Indigo, do you need me to check your tummy? Do you need a hard candy?
No,
Oh yes, here's this hard candy for you, and I'm gonna shove it in your mouth.
Wait, you have an attack stat for that now.
Oh no!
Does he fight it?
Oh, I think that was an auto failure. So yeah, as she comes up to stuff that candy, all of the years of training to find your father's killer, you just go into autopilot.
What does the card say when she rolls that nat one?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Let's see. All right. God, what kind of damage is candy?
Definitely blunt.
Definitely
Psychic.
Alright, your wild swing causes your weapon to strike you with the foot, dealing maximum damage. If the weapon you're wielding deals blunt damage, your speed is also reduced by 10 feet. That is a heavy-ass candy, Grandma. Alright, as she goes to throw it, stuff it into your mouth, you instinctively move out of the way, and she takes a tumble. Grammy takes a tumble. I mean, it's candy, so there's no damage, but she does fall down. There's an audible gasp from Grandpa Leroy. He looks at Indigo Montoya, the man who would harm his wife, and he begins approaching to kill you.
Sir, you seem like a great fellow.
Bart, it's all up to you. But Grandpa
come back! No!
Alright, his body stiffens, much like the owls that were being controlled. And he begins to walk away.
Yeah,
Take my hand.
Oh, thank you. These youngins are so cruel to the elderly.
Here, put that hard square in my mouth. I'll chew it.
Okay, darling. Get that Werther's original for Santa Claus.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if you'd ever been a part of the Silver Swords mercenary company, old lady, but that candy incident has answered my question for me.
I don't know what any of that means. Going a little bit senile, you see, in my old age.
The Silver Swords, is
Yeah,
that elderly gentleman's escort service?
Oh my god! All right, Santa, take your DM inspiration. After the puns I endured last night, it's good to hear an actual good joke. So thank you. So,
anyway, do I see anything? Are there any tracks on this side of the damn street?
it just so happens that there are. Now that you know what you're looking for, you see the tracks, and now that you've been following the tracks for a while, you realize, Santa, and others, that these tracks were made by a dwarf. It just so happens that Brother Cyril is a dwarf. The tracks lead that away towards the hills and rocky terrain at the base of the mountain.
Shall we go, everyone?
All right, let's move out.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and hero stack yourselves over here. I'll take you over to the next area.
There is a good wind. I wonder if he is using the same wind we are.
I think it's
So-
that other wind over there.
You hear a low kind of boom of thunder, and the clouds darken a bit more, and a drizzle sets in that threatens to become a downpour soon enough. As you make your way through the woods and towards the rocky hills that form the base of the mountain, you do see, through an opening in the tree line, the entrance to a cave that leads down into the earth. Alright, let me take you over to the map.
The Grandma and Santa fanfiction will be continued to grow in the chat and in eternity.
Apparently. Alright. It brings you over to the aforementioned cave. There was a great deal of vegetation, and the autumn temperature begins to shift. Instead of the cool 50, it is beginning to heat back up and become very humid. The rain is not helping. You are drenched, your hair damp, your skin wet, both from the rain and from perspiration, except for Grandpa Leroy, who no longer has sweat glands that work. And I guess Frank the Owl, he also does not have that. Alright. The entrance to the cave is 15 feet. More than enough for a large or gargantuan creature to use this as its lair. You see that the tracks do lead inside the cave, and the tracks are also intermingled with the tracks of small reptilian humanoid tracks.
Does anyone know what these small toes are? These small reptilian feet?
Anyone with training in nature would know.
Oh, no.
Instinctively.
Later.
Oh, no.
Okay. Then currently these footprints could be anything. Probably a dinosaur.
Spencer? What?
Yeah, maybe.
I puff on my cigar and just say, victims.
Oh, damn.
Indigo's gonna pretend like he knows what they are.
Indigo, what are they?
They are They're reptile-like creatures.
You are so insightful, my friend.
I believe they went into the cave.
He's right. He's right on that one.
Should we enter in a sneaky manner, like I enter into people's homes?
I vote no.
All right.
I just unsheath my greatsword and go. Let's just get this over with, shall we?
All right.
Is it dark in the cave?
Let's see. Well, I mean, generally with dynamic lighting, what you see is what you get. There is the afternoon sun shining into the cave, and then it does start to get dark or dim depending on your access to dark vision.
Oh, I have a question. Is my speed 20 now from that?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay.
It was a piece of candy. We'll
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
The cave isn't lighting up for.
Are you? Oh yeah, you are a
Pretty sure you're a
whale.
human.
Sorry. Yeah. That's because the racist that I am. I looked at your miniature and I was like, oh, he's a human.
Gentleman. It
Yeah.
definitely looks wood elf.
All right. Now you should have your quote unquote wood elf eyes.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Bartholomew and Beatrix. I don't know from looking at you all, but can you see in dim light or in darkness?
Oh, that's gonna be a no.
That's a no, but I do have the dancing lights.
Yeah, see, I told you he uses them at night when he's scared and he can't fall asleep.
How many dancing lights do you require, Bartholomew?
Let me think. What is it? I have to read this. I think I kept 4.
Okay. Now you have 7 miniatures to keep track of.
Oh,
Lord, no.
man.
Brought this on yourself.
Wizards are so fun. All right.
Just, can you keep them back? We don't want to alert anything. If we can avoid it, just keep in the back.
Can I stealth crash?
I'll stay back with my
yeah, sure.
grandson.
It's kind of like weird.
You
to
can
move.
stealth because 5e stealth ultimate rule is let your DM figure it out. Yeah, but all right. Let's see what you guys can see. Yeah, Kamigal and Indigo. As you guys turn the corner, you see that you've been going down a sloping passageway that leads down to the earth. It is, rich brown earth, lots of moss and vines, that sort of thing. The cave has a lot of vegetation in it. Up ahead, you see you see groups of mushrooms that are quite large and occasionally let out sad sighs. Just kind of as they shake a little bit and a couple of spores dribble out. Past here, the ceiling opens up, or I guess the floor goes down a bit more. But instead of having a 15-foot wide passage, the room then has a height of about 30 feet. You see, about 60 feet away, on a pile of treasure, unmistakable, a dragon. The dragon is about the size of Grandma Jenkins. It has incredibly shiny, sort of orangey metallic scales. It looks like a freshly minted copper coin. The dragon has not noticed you. It is half asleep, just sort of making coin angels in its hoard. It is illuminated by these worthless bioluminescent crystal deposits that look amazing, but nobody really is impressed by them in Fantasyland. Let's see, what else can you guys see from here? I think that is about it. That's what you can see in the room.
I'm gonna whisper to Kemigo, tell him, see, that is the reptile I was speaking of.
Impressive work there. It seems to be preoccupied. You might have a better chance of getting a bit closer without provoking it.
I'm going to take a look.
Do you want to take? Yeah, you do that. You just whistle if you need me to come running. And I'm going to turn to everyone and
Indigo,
go.
are you still stealthing?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check then as you enter the chamber.
I'm gonna turn to Grandma Jenkins here as she approaches and go, now, quiet, we appear to be approaching some kind of dragon.
Oh,
Small one,
yes. This isn't my first rodeo. What's wrong with you? Come on. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can use the element of surprise instead of just running up on it and slapping it with our shoe. So,
Indigo, give me a or Indigo, however you pronounce it. Give me a insight check. Okay, it has no idea that you're there.
Going to creep up
Okay.
along like the wall over here, and then just watch it as it see how it reacts to if it notices me.
Okay. It doesn't seem to have noticed you. It just seems to be sort of lazing in its pile of coins. It does look very cute.
Oh, he's so cute.
Can we keep it, Grandma? Take it
Now,
home.
Bartholomew, you have trained in Arcana. Based on the description of the creature, you could make an Arcana check to see what you recall about dragons.
Ooh. I'll consult Frank.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. All right. Yeah. So, from what you understand, this is a copper dragon, and based on its size, it is a baby. Copper dragons are considered by most civilized societies to be goodly aligned. They are cautious and crafty. They are pranksters, but are also good hosts. They love jokes, riddles, and telling stories. But they are not afraid to throw down with evil doers if the need arises. They breathe acid, or if they are trying not to kill, they will use a slowing gas out of breath weapon. They have 2 different breath weapons, and they are immune to acid. And that's they as a baby, not too much to worry about, but still, it could probably kill a couple of first level adventurers, but as 5th level adventurers, you should be able to handle it no problem.
All right.
Though if it is a baby copper dragon, it's unlikely that it would attack you.
Grandma, try feeding it some cooked owl. It's friendly.
What about some candy? Do they like candy? They're kind of coppery colored.
Indigo's gonna stand up and walk
There's a
towards
good
the dragon.
chance, Bart, that they like candy.
I'm gonna walk to the dragon and
Okay.
hello.
Oh,
Dragon.
the dragon did not know you were there, and it tumbles down out of its coins and looks around, and it sees you, and it says, "Oh, hi.
My name is Indigo Montoya, and I do not wish to kill you.
Are you here for that dwarf?"
That sounds like something I may be interested in.
its eyes suddenly turn a bright magenta,
Oh no.
and it rolls into initiative.
Sheet.
All right.
And then all of a sudden you're gonna hear.
Well done. Well done. Take the inspiration. It's good. You never learned to whistle. It's good. All right. I got it. All right. On the bright side, Bartholomew, you don't have to roll all of your floating lights into initiative.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, but you do have to roll everything else into initiative. All right. Let's see. Do we got everybody? All right. Here we go. Indigo, you're up first.
Going
Oh.
to.
Let me put on some music that you could murder babies to. Hold on. There we go. Mm-mm. All right. Boss Monster Indigo Montoya, you're up.
I'm gonna walk up to him and tell him, like, you seem like a good fellow. I hate to kill you. 5, 10. Going to make an attack.
Okay. It snakes out of the way of the first attack.
Then I'm going to bonus action, cunning action, and dash.
Okay. You can see when you moved up there that there is a pool of water, and there is a 10-foot drop into that pool of water.
Then I'm gonna point to everyone else. The dragon is that way. Is that way? Over there.
All right. Okay. All right. There is some roaring sounds from the dragon. They are adorable, but pretty loud. That brings us to Bartholomew Jenkins.
Alrighty, it's my turn. I can't see the dragon yet, so that's Frank. Sorry.
All right.
I would have pointed to when I pointed direction.
You must brave the darkness.
Oh yeah, scary. Shoot. Let's see. I need to be with them. Oh, that's pretty close. Ugh. I don't think I can get there. That was here. Yeah, no. See, I'll move like right over here and shoot a firebolt. That's all I've really got. Not much. 23
23 hits.
or 16.
Oh my god. It is bloodied.
Oh, the poor baby.
Alright, as you hit it, you knock the magenta out of its eyes. It looks around wildly with its blue eyes and looks at you, Bartholomew, like, how could you shoot a baby?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Frank, you're up.
Let's see. I'll have Frank come and assist me on an ability check for next turn.
Alright. Okay. Off on the east side of the cave, you hear the footfalls of small creatures as they, drawn by the sounds, come into view. They are tiny dragonborn with tails. They are kobolds.
Oh.
They come around the corner and see the baby is being attacked, and they look super upset, scandalized even, as they come around the corner and see this happening. Here's the other one. This one, not going to brag too hard, but he obviously works out, and he's got a suit of plate armor, but it's just leather armor because he couldn't afford plate armor, but it looks like plate armor. It's made of leather. It's pretty cool. He has a shield and a sword. No, wait, a spear, but still, it's pretty cool. They had to use dash actions to reach you guys. Alright. The dragon, looking injured and hurt. You can see on its face that it wants nothing more than to dive into that water and escape. But you see its eyes close, and when they open, they are that glowing magenta color again. It begins to fly towards you. Alright. As it comes over to you, it takes a deep breath, and it bellows forth its acid breath weapon.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think it's only 20 feet because it's a little baby. It's a little baby boy. Alright, he'll just do that number. There we go. Sploosh. If you are in that, you will need to make dexterity saving throws. The check is extremely low because it's a baby. Here we go.
Oh lord.
19 acid damage coming at you. DC was 11, so if you make 11 or higher, you take half. Which would be 9, I want to say. Yeah, and then if you do not make it, you take the full amount.
Can I uncanny dodge to half it again?
Yep, you can half it again after that.
How do I roll for Frank?
Frank has those saving throws, so you would... Oh, well, yeah, he would just die. I think he just gets melted. But if you need to know for the future, yeah, AoE is the bane of familiars. You would just hit Dex, since it's a Dex save. But yeah, he made it, but there's just too much acid. Frank has to clock out now.
Did you say that was 10 or 9?
That would be 9, because we round down. Alright, and let's see. It moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 35. So it'll go 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. It'll fly out over this little pond and just drop into the water. Alright, Kamigal, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to just run over here and look at this guy and say, the legendary Swobold. And I'm going to ready a great sword, great weapon master for if one of these bastards gets in my range.
Alright. Let's see. That brings us to kobolds. Kobolds everywhere. Alright, this kobold is gonna run. And run some more. And run some more. Okay, and that's his turn. A little dash action. Alright, Beatrix, to you.
Okay, let's see. let's drop a spiritual weapon
All
right
right.
here.
You a crown?
Oath
or-
Conquest?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Again.
We're just gonna imagine that this spiritual weapon is a huge Werther's Original candy.
Is it? Wow. All right. Okay.
Can I place it here? Like
Yeah,
spawn it there?
you should have control of that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Use that one for now.
And then hit this lad with it. Wait, can I hit on my... I'm sorry, I've never done. I'm only used to
you can
Illyria.
hit, you can hit on the same turn that you summon it. Spiritual Weapon is one of the strongest spells in 5th edition.
Okay, yeah. Let's try and candy smash
Alright.
this guy. You look
this
like
wor-
you're
is the-
hungry.
Is it in the wrapper or is it out of the wrapper? That's a very important question.
Ooh, I think it's... Yeah, it's like slightly out of the wrapper where it ends like partially licked, so it's like sticky.
Oh, God. Okay.
Wow.
That sounds awful. Alright.
Chemical throws up in his mouth a little bit.
Yeah. Who was eating this god candy? Your god? Was your god eating this
Yeah,
candy?
yeah.
You took it right out of their mouth? Oh my god. Alright. Okay.
Should I roll again, or is that a...
Sorry. You get one attack with it. And let's see. That was an 18. Oh yeah, that definitely hits. He takes was it the northernmost one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, he just sort of explodes as the candy hits him.
Do they have, purpley eyes?
Yeah, looking, they do have purpley eyes.
Oh no, I think I've made a grave mistake. That'll be my turn.
Alright. That brings us to Santa.
Santa will run up and say, "You've made no mistake, Beatrix. Sometimes you've got to break some kobolds to make a kobold omelet." And they'll scream out and say, "Dragon, I hear that you like jokes. Why do Dasher and Dancer love coffee?" And he'll hold his hand to his ear.
From the other side of the ledge, you hear a voice call out, "Why?"
"Because they're Santa's Starbucks."
You do hear a chuckle from the other side of the ledge. I'm going to give it a saving throw for that one. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Anything else from Santa?
Yes.
As you rush up.
Santa will then take a dash action. And as Santa is running, does he see that this ledge, it drops to a pool below?
Mm-hmm. It's a 10-foot drop down into a pool, or you could just walk underneath this crystal outcropping into the water if you want to. When you get up on the ledge, you do see the dragon is down here in the water, just below the surface.
After he runs up, he'll bonus action rage, and he looks to the kobold and says, "I hope that you like swimming." And that's the end of his turn.
Okay. All right, Beatrix. There was a mix-up, but now your candy is ready to go.
Oh, I love it.
All right, Grandpa Leroy. They left you behind.
He's just gonna pretty much get in range.
Okay.
Yes. About Krish. Okay, can't go around. Alright, there we go. That's,
All right. As you get up on these mushrooms, they are going to fart at you defensively. Just so you know, they don't like you in their space. They don't like you in their space. That's all I got.
Got it. Parting mushroom.
All right. Anything else from Grandpa Leroy, or is that it?
I think that's it. Oh wait,
Okay.
Can he dash? I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Oh, okay. I guess he will dash for another 20 feet.
Oh, right. The one thing about this particular zombie, he doesn't actually have zombieism. That was from a different one shot. Let me get rid of that real quick. Okay.
Oh, okay, you changed that. Got it.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Alright, that's it for his turn.
There was this whole thing on a train. It was crazy. Anyways, alright. Rushing down. Let's see. What can you see? Oh, okay. Santa. You see a kobold dressed like a whiz robe. They have a staff. The staff looks like a snake, and it's actually slithering around and biting at stuff, but it's still a snake, which is really interesting. Alright. She raises that staff in the air, and from the mouth of the staff issue forth 3 fiery laser beams that she fires at you, Santa Claus. These are at advantage because pack tactics. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Those are pretty terrible. A 21 for 7 though on the third one.
That will do her.
Alright.
Scorch me.
She is out of movement, and that was her action. So that's the end of her turn. Indigo, Montoya, top of the round.
Alright, I'm gonna come running up. Bonus action dash. And then, which one of these is a swole ball? Is this a swole ball?
He's not so much a swobold as he's just a kobold that maybe applied himself, you know? Like he has, you know, like skills and hit points and shit. But he has like, you know, intelligence in his eyes and seems to be, you know, more than just a grappling wrestler brute. Okay. You have heard tales of the swobolds though, but this is just a really tough kobold.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration and shank the one.
Oh, okay.
Popo Jishaw fighting.
Okay. 26 definitely hits. You know that this is a tough kobold because it takes that 19 damage, is not bloodied, and turns around and gives you a sneer as its eyes blaze with magenta light.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Alright, rushing around the corner. Yet another kobold. It's gonna run up and pack tactics. It's gonna try and stab you, Indigo. You do a quick assessment. None of these kobolds is the one that killed your father. 23 for 6.
Okay. I will uncanny dodge.
Okay. Alright. Rushing onto the scene, another kobold. Same target as before. Ooh, that could be bad. Alright. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Internal bleeding. Give me a constitution save, Indigo. Alright, you were stabbed for 7, but he was unable to hit an artery or anything serious. You're pretty sure you're going to be okay.
Okay.
Alright. And that is its turn. Alright, that brings us to Bartholomew.
Alright, here. Oh, no, there's the lights. No. Too many things to keep track of. And this is in range. Ooh, it is. I will cast at the 2nd level Flaming Sphere.
Alright. Let me get you a flaming sphere.
And I'll put it right about... Oh, I'm on the wrong thing.
Yeah, you go. Put it wherever you want. Or,
Alright.
within the limits of the spell.
Yeah.
Alright.
They actually... maybe... Yeah, right there for now.
Okay. And you're gonna basketball bounce it off of this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me that damage. Alright. There it is. Yeah. Let's see. It's gotta make a dex save. What is your spell DC? I mean, it fails, but out of curiosity.
14.
Alright. It is bloodied. Because it's just a regular kobold.
And then bonus action, I'll use my. I'll tell Grandpa Leroy to go get him.
Okay. That brings us to Kobold. All right. It's a shank party, so it's gonna start shanking. All right. This is for you to go. Here we go. Pack tactics. 21 for 3.
Yeah.
And then not wanting to catch on fire, it is going to back away. Okay.
Oh, no, I don't. I can use my reaction.
All right. This guy right here, he sees where the party is, so he's going to go ahead and attack. This is the Kobold Dragon Shield. That's what he has everybody call him. He has everybody call him the Dragon Shield. Especially if he's been drinking. Alright, he attacks you 2 times with his spear. Let's see what happens. 22 for 4. On a 19 for 3.
Oh, gosh.
And then also not wanting to be burned, he's going to step onto the corpse of his fallen ally. Alright, that brings us to Penny. Penny tried to break free, but was unable to do so. They're going to check to see if they get their breath weapon back. They do. Alrighty. Man, being mind controlled is the pits. Bursting forth from the water, she's going to fly up. See a beautiful line of targets. She's just gonna fly right up to your face, Bartholomew. She's gonna reach out and grab both sides of your head, and she's just gonna vomit acid all over you and Grandma and Grandpa and poor Camigal, who isn't even related to you. It ended up on this vacation anyways. Yeah. So go ahead, all 4 of you, give me saving throws.
This is great. This is great.
Oh boy.
Wait.
She rolled shit damage though. So it's only 12.
How?
Considering it could have been 32 damage, 12 is pretty generous. Yeah. Thank you, R.O. Jesus, for that. All right. Looks like, is that Grandpa? Did Grandpa make the save with a -2?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, he has experience dealing with baby dragons.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is his name Joey Wheeler? Is that what
Bartholomew, I know you said you were holding a staff. I think Penny's gonna risk it. They're gonna run away from you and try to hide back in the water. Do you want to bonk her with your staff?
I can do that.
Yeah? I mean, if you're a warcaster, you could also use a cantrip. Or sorry, you could use any spell that if you have a cantrip that has a, what is it, a range? I can't remember the specifics of it, but
I think it's just a casting time of 1 action.
yeah, so you could use a spell as it moves away.
Alright. Ooh, that changes things. Would I be allowed to use blindness, deafness?
Do you have? Did you take Warcaster though?
I did.
Oh, nice.
I think you would, yeah.
Okay. Also, I know it says it has to make a save, correct? Constitution save?
Yeah, let me see here. When a hostile creature's movement provokes opportunity attacks, you can use your reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack. The only caveat is it must have a casting time of 1 action and target only that creature. So that meets all the parameters. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, it has to make a save. The DC is 14, yeah? Also, you're a diviner. Did you roll your 2 dice at the very beginning of the session? I don't think we ever had you do that.
I did. I rolled it
okay.
I think. So I have 8, 9. So I was gonna
8 and 9, okay.
The 9.
Oh, alright. If you use the 9, it only has a +3 constitution, so it would get a 12, so it would fail. Alright?
Yeah.
Wait, so it has to add the... Yeah, I want it to fail. Or I want...
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't set the final result. You set the side of the dice, basically. So, but yeah, that would still fail. All right, it is blinded, which is somewhat of an impairment for a dragon. All right, blinded. It definitely is going to flee from you and drop down into the water. Swim pretty far down there with what's left of its speed. Alright. Kamigal, to you.
Kamigal is going to run here and then here, take out his 2 hand axes. He's gonna aim 1 at this guy down here first.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, that definitely hits. Which guy was it? This one?
This other guy first.
Oh yeah, he dies. Yeah, he dies. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna take my second one and let's see, as a
against this one right here?
Yeah.
13 does not hit. Alright, anything else from Kamigal? Nope. Okay. That brings us to this kobold that is dead. There we go. Beatrix, to you.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Sorry, I got disconnected there. Can I do the the voice connection got all weird. Yeah, can I do a second wind for my bonus action?
Oh yeah, sure, totally. Yeah. Go ahead and roll D10 plus your fighter levels. Okay. So
great.
Beatrix, you continue tottering up. Your Werther's original, doing work, coated in the blood of that last kobold.
Is both of these are dead, or is just one?
Just the one on the bottom. Here, I'll move them to the map
Okay.
later, so it's a little less confusing. There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, let's bop that one on the head with the Werthers.
All right. It tries to raise its shield to defend itself against this deadly candy. Oh, it does. Let's see what horror is unleashed upon the world with this critical fumble card. Off we go. And a random. Okay. Roll me a D10. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you rolled a D10, you got an 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you disappear, and you just reappear right over there.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing bad. There you go. You can keep taking the rest of your turn.
Okay, I think I moved 25.
All right. Well, teleport doesn't count against your speed, so.
Let's...
Chemical does a double take and goes, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah. Somebody in a Hero Quest one-shot was like at the wall. They were right next to the wall, and they teleported out of the dungeon, and they had to go all the way through the dungeon to catch up with everybody. Like it was crazy. Okay, so keep going. You move forward a little bit.
Yep, and I'm gonna pull out my slipper
Okay.
and just start. You need to go back to your mama. Didn't she raise you right? And hit him with a triangle. The same
hits.
guy.
All right. It takes 9 points of damage and it's bloodied.
And then can I try and like sweep his leg in a non-lethal attack for a second one?
Sure. All right. They deal non-lethal damage. It hits him in the shins. He lets out a yark of pain. He can't rub his shins right now because he's got a shield and a weapon. But you see a big fat tear form in his eye. That the pink flickers. It goes back to yellow, and the tear falls. He looks around, confused, and he says,
Penny? Penny, where are you?
and then he starts to seize up again. His eyes flicker, and they go back to that magenta. Alright, he's still going. This guy got some beef hit points.
I'll just say, these poor creatures are under a spell. Maybe we should spare their lives. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, Santa, you're up.
Santa, since he's raging, looks at Beatrix and says, "Do you think that if I put him in this flaming sphere, that will help?" And he's gonna try to grapple this kobold.
Okay, this kobold definitely does not want to be grappled, but it really has no choice. Let's see. There's no way it can beat that. Alright, you pick him up like a little baby.
And I'd like to, if I could, move him into the area of the flaming sphere.
Sure. Okay,
And
you need to get next to it, but yeah.
can I be
All right.
where did it go?
You're just gonna literally put him in the radius, but not in the flaming sphere. Got it. Okay, yeah, that's simple enough. You grab him and you move him over here.
Yes. And let's see. That would take one of my attacks to grapple him, correct?
Correct, and then your hand would be tied up, so you would have one hand tied up.
Okay, and then I'll use my other hand to punch him in the face.
Okay, are you a tavern brawler?
I am not.
Alright, so give me just a strength attack. Oof, his incredible handmade leather plate mail protects him from your fist.
Okay, I will
Alright.
use my bonus action to deal out some temp HP with my Tundra Aura.
Oh,
Everyone-
I forgot to toggle that on. Here we go.
It's all good.
Boop.
Ooh.
So everyone, a little reindeer spirit jumps next to your feet, ready to absorb some damage. And that's it for me.
Sounds good. Alright, Grandpa, you're up.
Grandpa Leroy will move forward and do the dash, and he can end up right here. Yeah, and that's it for him.
Oh, okay. Alright. Normally by now, kobolds would have surrendered. Those of you who have fought kobolds in the 5 levels that your character's been alive, you find it strange that they are continuing to fight. This means that they're either serving a creature so powerful that they would prefer to die here than face its disappointment, or more than likely, they're being magically compelled to fight you. As she turns the corner, her snake staff begins glowing with heat. She surveys the battlefield with her big fat intelligence score. She sees a highly flammable mustache. Alright, you see the snake staff begin saying stuff in Draconic. The subtitles read, "I'm powering up my laser." And then she fires the first of many scorching rays at you. With
God.
advantage, because Kobold Pack Tactics. 23 for 6.
Yep.
Alright, she fires again. 21 for 8.
I'm down.
Alright. Alright, seeing that her work is done there, she surveys the battlefield. She sees that there are other threats. She will target Santa Claus. Alright.
I'll be a crispy Kringle if this hits.
Oof. Alright, you are Crispy Kringle. 22 for 7. And then, she is going to, like Kobold do, run away. Alright, that brings us to Indigo, saving throw against Death. Alright, 1 success. This Kobold is dead. This Kobold is still alive. This Kobold looks down at Indigo, dying on the ground. It raises a dagger, its eyes burn with magenta light. It leaps in the air, and it's going to try and plunge the dagger into your heart. Here we go. I think it's still advantage because it's still got pack tactics working. A dangerous place for you to go when your father was relying on you. And as someone mentioned in chat, your character is prone to being stabbed in the stomach with daggers. So. Which all these years later is still too soon for me. But here we go. And I think it misses. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
So as it lunges down to stab at you, it was overexcited. Or mind control is weird. But it brings it down and stabs the fluff of your mullet instead. Alright. It thought that was part of your head. So it's very confusing. Alright. Let's see. You're down. It is going to take a deep breath and step over your body and get right up in zombie Grandpa and Santa Claus's face. This is definitely not normal kobold behavior from what you understand it. Bart, to you.
Alright. I'll move a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move a little bit closer. I'll shoot a firebolt at this this guy.
Okay.
I'll lift him up in the air. Shoot him!
Oh, you shoot the armored guy, or you shooting this little guy?
The one that's grappled.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry. 21?
That is gonna hit. Let's see that damage. Aw, how merciful of you. Alright, he takes 3 damage. Yeah?
Does lucky apply? I'm guessing.
It applies to
Lucky apply?
D20s.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my bonus action, I'll move the flames here. Can I? If I can move it, but does it have to stay within my view range? Sorry.
If it's out of your view range, we would just kind of do pin the tail and the donkey style attacks to see if you hit anything. But yeah, you could also, I believe every round you could bounce it against something, so you could just bounce it against this guy if you want to try to finish him off.
Okay. Oh, right, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll try that. I'll try to bounce it on this guy.
Okay, give me that damage. Let's try to make a dex save.
So I just roll.
Yeah, you just like cast the spell again, and just tell Roll20 to give you back your spell slot.
Okay, got it.
Alright. 6 fire damage will finish him off. He is dead. Alright. Anything else from Bart?
That'll be all for him.
Okay. Let's see. This kobold gonna come around the corner. Is gonna see what's happening here. He's gonna see. He's got pack tactics on this guy. So he's gonna use a sling and try to attack Santa Claus. Here we go.
The only thing you'll be getting, Kobold, is coal in your stocking.
17 for 3 as he bonk you. So 1 point of damage. And then he's gonna run back around the corner. Alright, the dragon shield is dead. All right, Penny hiding down in the water. She's gonna try and see if she gets her breath weapon back. Holy shit!
Oh boy, little boy.
All right, she is blind though, but being a dragon, even a baby, she does have some blind sight to work with. All right, so she's gonna swim towards the sound of fighting. All right. And then she's gonna burst out of the water, and she's just gonna acid right through Santa Claus and into Camigal, because we want to make sure he gets hit by every breath weapon. So that is
Qualified danger zone.
yes, you definitely see this coming. If yeah.
Camigal's just like his duster is gone. It is completely melted off at this point.
This is a beefy one too. This would be the one. All right. I would agree. Much of your clothing would be melted away at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Penny is just going to continue to fight. That brings us to Camigal. Damn, Penny, I've seen grown-up dragons that haven't done this good.
That pisses Camigal off, seeing the dragon. He's gonna come over here, he's gonna pull out his great sword, and he's gonna lean into this one a bit.
Alright, it misses.
Going for it again.
And also misses.
She's got blind
you almost kill Santa Claus. That's how bad it is. You just start doing that helicopter spin, right? With the
Hey, what are we talking about again?
Swords. We're talking about swords.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Please, we have an overexcitable grandmother. We don't need to give her any ideas. Camigal, you are in the fiery aura of this flaming sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I am going to action surge.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I am going to at least try to hit this dragon once.
Okay. A 20 does hit. She dies. How does she die?
Yeah, I suppose just like cleave her wings off, and take a bit of a chunk of her neck out as it happens too.
All right. She's done.
And so I'm gonna helicopter sword hit this kobold.
Okay.
Just pissed off.
That is gonna hit, and yeah, I mean it's double his max HP, so he's just sliced in half.
And then I'm going to just come over here, just fuming with the rest of my movement.
Santa Claus, you are just covered in the gore of these dead creatures.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm like
sizzling from acid burns. Yeah, sizzling from acid burns. You turn the corner, and both kobolds let out screams of fear. All right, Beatrix, to you.
Oh dear, that poor innocent creature. Oh. I'm gonna go over here and I will lay on hands. Indigo.
All right.
Let's give him 15.
Okay, Indigo, you are prone, but alive. 15 hit points.
Thank you.
20, 25. These are difficult terrain, right? The bodies?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're very messy.
30, and then I will move my spiritual weapon to here.
All right. That brings us to Santa.
Oh wait, I'm gonna stuff a Werther's into Indigo's mouth.
Okay. Before you do the healing word.
after I lay on hands him.
Oh, is that how you lay on hands?
Yeah, there you go, darling.
That'll perk him right up. His blood sugar was low.
What is this? Is this butterscotch?
Oh my goodness, you do sound like my old friend Thorgrim back in the day.
Anything else from Grandma? Otherwise, Santa Claus, you are up.
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Santa will say, I keep trying to get you one of those Werther's, and I keep missing them. I have to take care of these kobolds first. Beatrix, save one of those chewables for me.
Oh, you got it, darling.
Alright.
And Santa is going to rush forward. So that's 10.
Yep.
20. 25.
And this is just a spell effect, so it doesn't affect anything. There you go.
And he'll have to action move, so he can dash, I should say. And he's gonna get right at this kobold's face, and he says, "You are on my naughty list this year." And I'm gonna bonus action give myself and Kamigal some temporary HP with my Tundra aura.
Nice.
So Kamigal takes some bonus HP, and that's it for me. Sorry if you guys heard my dogs bark.
It's okay.
Looking like Two-Face, Kamigal nods in your direction.
Oh gosh. That is a lot of acid in a short amount of time. Essentially 18 seconds straight of being bathed in acid. Alright. As Santi finishes his turn, Grandpa Leroy, you're up.
Oh, Grandpa Leroy's just gonna I can move through allies.
Yeah, you move through allies, it's just difficult terrain. So,
Okay.
like 1, 2, so 15 would get you here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, 15, and then I'll do the dash. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and I'll stop right there.
Okay. Alright, Santa Claus, you see this kobold, and she begins doing like the kamikai thing, where she's like gathering energy, like into like a Hadouken, and you see, that she is holding in her fist, a nice looking diamond, a meaty little diamond, and the diamond begins to glow with like a lime green light. She's casting a chromatic orb at you. It will have advantage because pack tactics. Here we go.
Let's see what you've got, madam.
21 for 9 points of acid damage.
Kamigal visually flinches at more acid in the area.
Fair. And then she is going to run down the hallway. Like Kobold do. Alright. Indigo Montoya, you're up. Alright, half your speed to stand from prone.
Oh, yeah, alright. I'll bonus action dash.
Okay.
Shank. He's actually gonna switch hands with the rapier. He's
Oh,
gonna actually
okay.
put it in his right hand now. He's gonna laugh and tell him that he's pretty good, but he's not actually left-handed. So
No one's ever told the kobold that he was good at anything. So he does die happy as you stab him through.
use the rest of his dash to back around the corner.
Okay. In case there's a crazed kobold sorceress that's launching Hadoukens.
Yeah.
Alright, Bartholomew Jenkins, you're up.
Let's see. Can. A lot of difficult terrain over here.
Your lights they're missing you, so they just start drifting around the corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, I'll just move. 1, 2, 3. That's 30. I'd want to believe with difficult terrain. I'll dash for another. I'll end up over like here with one of these lights.
Okay.
I think drink a potion.
Okay, if you have any action economy left, because it's use the action to dash, so.
Oh right, sorry.
Right.
Alright, that's fine.
No worries. Kamigal, to you.
Gonna run forward here. Take a look. Let's see, how far can I go?
You see her yellow eyes wide with fear and anger. She knows you killed her baby. Well, not her baby, but, you know, the baby that was in her care. Yeah,
right. Yeah. It had it coming.
Okay.
I did not pick up my hand axes en route, so I'm
appreciate
just
your
going
honesty.
to dash and cut her off from running any further by making it right here.
Smart. Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Bernice Jenkins, also known as Grandma. You're up.
Okay, let's move this beautiful candy. And let's go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, it sure is dark over here. I can't see a damn thing. That's... Ooh, you know what? Before I pass... Santa Claus...
Okay.
Can I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Alright.
Oh, Beatrix, I thought you were gonna light up my world, but you've done something even better. You've closed my wounds.
I'm just gonna let
Oh, jeez.
massage those muscles.
Oh, wow. Nobody's ever cast Cure Wounds like that on me. Jeez.
And then I'll move that one space forward.
Mostly,
9.
mostly because I always play cleric, so it'd be super inappropriate to do that. All right, Santa, to you.
Now, Beatrix, I know that you can't see, but how about I do something like this? And is it an action to light a torch?
It is. Item interaction to pull out the torch, an action to light it.
Okay, I will light up a torch so that it's not so dark in here. I'm gonna spark it across my abs to light.
Ooh.
Damn. Damn.
Grandma likes.
All right. You have sparked it across her abs, and then
bonus action, re-up the tundra. So myself, Beatrix, and Grandpa Leroy all have 3 temporary HP.
Fantastic.
And I'm gonna run forward 30 feet.
Did you add the 9 healing to yourself?
Oh,
sorry.
I did not. I need to do that because
He was so overwhelmed by the application itself, I think. Updating his fanfic. All right. You close
It's
the
like
distance with
icy
it.
hot. You smell like icy hot now.
for some, that the smell of icy hot is a strong aphrodisiac. And that is all that I can do this round.
All right, Grandpa Leroy, you can't be outdone. You haven't gotten the icy hot in years. What are you gonna do? Hot wife Beatrix off there, this is getting you riled up, buddy.
Oh man. Why is the thing so far away?
Because zombie has a hard life, okay? I play zombies a lot. They have a hard life. And sometimes it never ends.
He's just gonna run over and dash action. Try to get into range.
You are in range. Yeah. Okay. This lady looks around. She looks around at all of you, but she sees the one that killed her baby. She raises her serpent staff high in the air. Let's see what happens. Let's see. You see like a loading screen? Hold on, because I don't actually have that thing unlocked in by Roll20. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do. Derp, I have it in my notes. I just got this Werther's original blocking my screen. That's all good. It was more important at the time. It was way more important. Alright. Okay, Staff of the Adder, that's what it's called. That's why I couldn't find it. Alright. Do you got some super nuke here that you can bust out Staff of the Adder? Yep, okay. Alright, you can make, okay. Okay. Alright, all that seems pretty good. So she raises the staff in the air, and she aims it at you, Kamigal. And double checking something real quick. Yeah, I think this would work. Alright, she's gonna make a ranged spell attack roll with the staff. Not range, sorry, melee spell attack roll. So this is only a +4. Here we go. It is a miss. Alright. And that is all she's got. Indigo, to you.
Going to... Can I occupy the same space as the Werther's?
Yeah, it's just like a hologram, basically.
Then I will bonus action dash.
Okay.
I will shank.
All right.
10.
Okay. 10. We're using flank, so it would actually be a 12. Still does not hit.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from Indigo?
I'm gonna move back 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Bartholomew.
I'll move next to Grandma. You know,
Okay.
to help her out with those lights. Then she'll shoot a firebolt at the Kobold.
All right.
24.
Let's see. That is definitely going to hit. Give me that damage. 10. All right. She is blasted, but still going.
And that'll be all for my turn.
All right, Kamigal, to you.
Oh, I'm leaning into these. Oh, I didn't realize Indigo had moved. I mean, I would have gotten into flanking position. I just didn't look up before I hit it on
Okay. A 12 does not hit.
Ah, damn. All right.
Oof.
That one does not hit. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see. This is a melee attack. The acid damage is starting to take its toll. You feel feeble. You will not add your damage bonus to your next attack, so it'll just be the damage dice. That's not too bad. All right, but I think you're out.
Yep.
All right, Beatrix, to you.
Okay, let's see what Granny can do.
got it lit up over here, honey.
Oh, you got her all warmed up. Let's go.
All right, Grandpa Motions will give you a +2 flank if you attack opposite of him. You get to take out Santa Claus.
I don't think I can get opposite of him. I'm at 25 right now.
He meant you guys could kill Santa Claus together. He didn't.
Yeah, sort of.
Santa Claus. I actually wanted to do that with non-lethal, but I didn't say it before I clicked it. But it's up to you.
She's got enough hit points. She lives through it.
Okay.
All right, she is bloodied though.
Okay. Let's do another non-lethal.
All right. You take your purse. You flip it to the non-lethal side, and you pound her. You hear the sound of 2 coconuts colliding, and she is knocked out. All right, the staff falls from her hand, and turns back into a staff.
You hear that familiar sound of a dragonborn hitting the floor.
Oh dang! But smaller. You have bested all threats. I will take you out of initiative. Alright, as she is knocked out, you see the magenta light come back in, come back out, flicker, and fade as her eyes close. Alright.
I'm not even going to say anything as I just walk back, go pick up my hand axes.
Okay.
Oh, young man, can you get mine as well, please? You gentleman, thank you.
It's weird because she says hand axes, but there's just 2 two blood-coated and caked sandals. But they do work, so...
I grab them.
That's a nice boy. Isn't he a nice boy?
I also light another cigar, take a healthy drink of whiskey, and chase it with 3 potions of healing.
Oh my god. I gotta switch these things to aerosol. It's just not making any sense to me anymore, the amount of potions I watch people drink every week. But aerosol, it kind of makes sense, you know? Give yourself a little spritz, walk into the heal. It'd also be easier to explain applying it to another person who's down, and why it would take an action to use it, because you have to kind of give it a little shake, 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 and then spray. Yeah, aerosol potion, that's the future right there. Alright, you guys are out of combat. Eventually, Flaming Sphere returns to the elemental plane of fire, punching out of its shift. What next?
What anybody like? Ooh.
Oh, I should probably read flavor text to you. You guys stand grouped together around the unconscious kobold sorceress, who will be out for 1d4 hours. You see a stinky but clean nest that looks like it accommodated a great many kobolds if they were all cuddled together when they were sleeping. The passage goes from natural cave into worked stone. Santa Claus, stone cutting. You realize that the stone and the stone work is very old. Centuries and centuries, if not a millennia in age. More than likely sunk beneath the earth, long forgotten. What was left of these ruins sort of ended up mushed in with these caves when, you know, the land shifted and moved over the centuries. A stonework passage, 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, takes a left-hand turn and heads into darkness.
Do we press forward, or does anybody need to take a minute? Or 60?
would not turn down a little bit of a cat nap. Yeah, I'd be willing to.
I am going to just come over here and just take a quick peek down here.
Okay.
Make sure the coast is clear.
Let me hop into your mini. You see about 40 feet down the passage, the hallway opens up into a larger room. Mighty stone pillars rise to the ceiling of this room, and there are different tiles upon the floor. The tiles look ominous.
Come back over, sit down, and go, yeah, I think I'm gonna need to catch my breath before we go and deal with whatever the hell's in there.
All right, it's up to you guys. If you want to try to take a rest, just let me know, and I will roll to see if it is successful.
I'd be down a short rest for sure.
Can I pull out a crocheted blanket and baby wrap this kobold in it, like a little burrito to kind of tie?
Oh yeah. Use the grandma baby wrap technique.
Before she
wraps, could be very dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. Before she wraps it up, I actually reach into my pack and pull out a pair of manacles, and go, let's double up on that thought right there. And I am going to bind its hands.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, and then I'll finish wrapping him.
All right, you feel that this kobold sorceress is sufficiently manacled and swaddled. All right. Oh, and let's turn Santa's Frosty Rage off real quick.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The reindeers will take a break.
All right. Assuming everyone is down for a rest. Okay. An hour passes without anything interesting happening.
That was quite the fight, everyone.
Oh, yes. I just wish maybe more of these poor souls could have lived their not of the right mindset.
Now, we knocked this one out. Do you think there's any information we can get out of him?
I suppose that depends on if it comes back still controlled. Do you know, Bartholomew? Do you know the attributes around this kind of thing? Will this come back controlled, or is it a free of mind?
With your training in Arcana, Bartholomew, you know that it would more than likely depend on the creature's ability to pass a wisdom saving throw. Sometimes these sorts of magics, especially the psionic ones, will target something besides wisdom, like intelligence or charisma.
There's a very good chance, Grandma, that will happen.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot. Maybe if it wakes up soon, we can see.
It is also worth mentioning that during your short rest, you did feel a certain sense of purpose. Like, you feel like the longer you stay here, the more it would make sense for you to always stay here and protect this cave and the creatures in it from harm. No saving throws or anything, because it was just a short rest. But you get the feeling that the longer you were here, the more that idea would make sense to you.
Camigal visibly shakes his head, trying to reconcile that thought, stands up and goes, best we push forward now. There's a large room in there, some ominous looking tiles on the floor. I think that we should all tread carefully.
Do you want me to scout it out? Oh, I'm pretty good at nimbly dodging things. It comes from entering people's houses in the middle of the night to deliver presents.
That tracks. Indigo, do you think you could help him out?
Yes,
You seem to have some fancy footwork of your own.
So would love to.
As I put my cigar butt, stomp it, pick it up, and shove it into the mouth of the spellcaster.
Okay.
Just that it's in its mouth, so if it does wake up, it can't say anything.
Sure. It's a big cigar butt, but I got you.
Can I?
It's got a nose. It can still breathe.
Can I stealth crash?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna start slowly walking down the hallway.
Okay. Santa, up ahead. Are you still doing a torch, Santa, or no?
Yes, I'll continue the torch.
Okay. So, up ahead, you see the magnificent face of a mighty stone lion. It is 10 feet by 10 feet and dominates the wall. There are 4 ominous tiles on the floor that look different than the rest. There are 4 thick stone pillars nearly 5 feet across that hold up a low 15-foot tall ceiling.
Santa will look to Indigo and say, do you think that this is pressure plate traps in front of us? We step on these and something's gonna happen?
Can I look at them and see?
Yeah, give me an investigation, or I guess perception, though I kind of feel like that would probably be less useful than investigation, but either one would work. Okay. From what you could tell, they're just fancier tiles than the rest.
Does it look like aftermarket tile? You buy it in local markets, not at the, they're not dwarven made.
Well, you stand back, and Santa looks back to Beatrix and says, if the last thing I see is you, I'm glad it will be that. And step forward onto the first tile.
Backing up.
Oh dear.
Alright, you step onto the tile. Your heart stops in your chest for just a moment as you wait for something to happen. Nothing happens.
Is this the game we are playing?
Staring. Alright, as you step on the tile, everybody's butthole clenches up. But nothing happens. As you guys look at the stone face of the lion, its mouth is slightly open, as if as if it could be holding something in its mouth.
And Indigo's gonna jump off his tile.
Okay.
What happened to the lion?
The lion's mouth was like that from the get-go. I'm just adding more details as you are getting closer to it and seeing it better in the torchlight and all that jazz. But it's not moving or anything crazy like that. That'd be crazy if it was moving.
I'm gonna jump on the tile.
We all step on a tile.
Okay, you step on that tile. Nothing happens.
Here, Beatrix, I'll clear the way for this one.
Oh, thank you. Such a gentleman.
All right. Grandpa looks to you, Bart. He wants to step on a tile to impress Grandma.
Here, I'll tell him, go step on the closest tile to the lion. So,
All right. He cries out. Yeah, he cries out. As he slowly begins making his way. And then proudly stands on the tile. He looks back at you and shrugs.
you said there's something in the lion's mouth?
Its mouth is open, as though something could be placed in its mouth. But there does not seem to be anything in its mouth.
Indigo's gonna jump on his tile again.
Alright. As you jump on the tile, you bring all of your wood elven weight down on it. There is the soft clack of your boots hitting the stone. And nothing happens.
Are we sure about this?
Nope.
Let's step on all of them at the same time. Let's just knock it all out. Let's go.
Okay.
I step forward.
Whew. Alright, as you step onto that last tile, your boot hits the pebble. The pebble rolls. It makes a clacking sound. You all turn, and you see the lion do nothing.
Well, shit.
Should we put the stick in the lion's mouth?
Why don't we put the whole kobold in the lion's mouth?
Let's try it. Nick will pick up the kobold and try to jam it into the
Alright,
lion.
you're gonna go back and get the kobold burrito? Alright, hold on.
Did they
I don't want any-
transfer for guac?
I don't want to be any part of this, so I'm just gonna make it your token. So you have to do it. You should be able to move it now.
Okay.
Okay.
It was my idea if you want me to do it.
It's okay, son.
I don't need any kobold rights activists coming after me.
I've done a lot of kobold shoving in my days, if you know what I mean.
Whoa. Okay.
Are we talking about something?
I got an 8 intelligence. I definitely do not know what you mean.
Okay. That would have definitely gone on Frank's clipboard if Bart had resummoned him during the short rest. But,
Oh shit.
It's okay,
All
he
right.
doesn't know.
He's not here. He can't judge us anymore. All right. So you put the kobold in its mouth.
Absolutely.
All right. As you do, its mouth closes down, and the kobold dies.
Oh no, why did you do that?
We know the lion does something now.
I thought that like a tunnel would appear, or that it might come to life and tell us a secret.
We should go get the body of the dragon and do the same thing.
But we're not on the that step over there.
Oh, this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does somebody want to step on it?
Here, I'll
I
go
think
back.
we had a one person. Oh,
Okay. All right. As you step on it, completing the pattern. There is no pattern. Nothing happens. The kobold body continues to drip blood from the stone maw of the lion that has clamped down on it.
Bartholomew,
You
I feel like you should be able to solve this. You're a smart boy.
do you ever investigate the room?
I'm just gonna go over and hit the
I mean,
lion
Indigo-
with my sword.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Just gonna hit the lion with your sword. Whew. Okay. Couple things happen. Alright, everybody needs to stop moving their miniatures. Oh, wow. You moved them pretty quick there. Alright. Miniatures frozen in time, wherever they are. If this was Foundry, we'd have a pause button. Alright, so I got my Foundry out of my system for that one. Okay, go ahead and give me a Charisma saving throw, Kamigal, as you strike the lion. Oh, nice, nice. Alright, whatever was going to happen to you, you resist. Then there is an explosion of sound as the lion opens its mouth, dropping the kobold and roaring. Everyone within 10 feet of the lion. So it would pretty much be, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, so it'd go to like here, like that, basically. Yeah, these spaces. That would probably be the template for it. Yep. Everybody within those spaces needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or they're going to take some damage. There's a blast of thunder.
Oh no!
Oh no, Grandpa!
Oh, Grandpa. All right. It's okay. You'll be fine. Let's see. Checking the damage here. Oof, that's a lot of damage. All right. All right. Here we go. It's 3d10. Save for half thunder damage. And it is a boom of thunder that echoes through the chamber. All right. The DC for that was a 14. So.
Alright, 18.
Alright, so half of 18 would be 9. 9 points of thunder damage. Grandpa is bloodied, for sure.
Point of order, Santa, how long do those temporary hit points last for me?
Until you take a long rest.
Ah, sweet.
Okay, so 3, 15.
Alright.
Is there a tunnel in the mouth of this
I should also say that I guess it would have blasted Ragdoll physics style, the little kobold's body, as well. So, like, a limb flies off over here, and then, like, another piece goes this way. Yeah.
Oh dear.
And then, like, the head rolls up to Grandma. There we go.
Oh goodness. That thing say something. I couldn't hear a thing.
Acid burns in kobold blood.
There you go.
This poor baby. I'm just gonna slip a little Werther's original into its mouth.
Oh my god.
As you open its mouth, you see that someone has used it as an ashtray, Grandma. There's a burnt out cigar button there.
Oh no. Take that out.
Okay.
Who would do such a thing?
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Bartholomew.
Are you smoking, boy?
I swear it wasn't me, Grandma!
These are the devil's sticks, I tell you.
Alright. What is the play here?
Is there a tunnel in that lion's mouth? A pathway of any kind?
It is solid stone. It is just like a carving of a stone lion's head. Now, I will answer Bartholomew's question because it may have gotten lost in the hubbub. Only Indigo did an investigation. He looked at a tile and said it was a cheap tile. Probably not even dwarven make. That's all he had for the whole room. That's what he had. So nobody has checked out the lion itself, or the magic that enchants it, or any of that.
Oh.
As you say that, Crash, something happens in Santa's body as he feels a stone cunning begin to appear.
Oh.
Nice, nice. And what will you do with this stone cunning?
Can I see if this stonework gives me any idea on how we might proceed further into this room?
Yeah, drop me that history check with advantage.
If only I had the history skill.
Well, you're considered an expert in it. right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So you feel that this is more than likely from the age when the Titans were in power. So a long time ago. And based on the size, it obviously wasn't used by Titans, but more than likely was used by their followers. Now, the Titans granted their followers great magics. So, more than likely, this is some sort of stone door that must be bypassed to go further in.
Santa will share that information with the party and says, now if this is the door, its mouth is the keyhole, then what is the key?
I will also note, stone cutting wise, this does actually remind you of a very popular design that people will sometimes get for their front door, where they put like animal head, often a lion head, and then they'll have a little knocker in its mouth.
Indigo's gonna walk up and say, "Open."
Okay. Nothing
It's
happens.
not gonna be that easy.
He's gonna say, "Open" in Elvish.
Okay. Okay. But not open friend in Elvish. Got it. All right. It does not open.
He's gonna say, "Open" in Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Okay. The only discernible change is that after the roar, the stone face resets to when you first saw it. So its mouth is slightly open, as if something could be placed in its mouth.
Santa is gonna walk up, put the
Okay.
torch in its mouth,
Sure.
and
As you place the torch in its mouth closes around the torch. There is a slight crunch as it bites into the wood.
could I try to like use it like a knocker?
That is not the way a torch scripted mouth would work. But you try to use it like a knocker and realize that you would need something. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this with Beatrix around. Knocker shaped?
Ooh, knockers.
Santa looks back coyly to Beatrix and wiggles his eyebrows
Okay.
and says,
But oh, sorry.
"No, Beatrix, please. I think you might have something that's better equipped for this."
Oh my god.
Knockers.
I mean, I'm not trying to go that far, but I saw your character art. They are hanging pretty low, you know. Like there was a song, can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? Can you throw him over your shoulders like a continental soldier? Do your knockers hang low? I mean,
Is it the remix?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a part, I skipped the part where Pitbull was in it, but yeah, it was...
Perhaps Bartholomew, you can do something. You have something that can grab onto that little knocker.
Ooh, alright, I do. I will use Mage Hand to do the knocking.
Okay. So, what are you trying to knock with? Just have the mage hand go up and knock? Or, because right now this thing has a torch in its mouth.
I'll try knocking first. Just
Okay.
with the Mage Hand.
Alright, as the mage hand, all by its lonesome, goes over there, it kind of looks back at you. Like, are you sure, boss? Are you sure? Alright. The mage hand, I don't think, is a creature. So, in that way, it would not have to worry about the first saving throw. And it can't take damage, so when the boom of thunder goes off, nothing crazy happens there.
So Indigo's. is
But I
gonna
will
have
say, when the boom of thunder goes off, it, when it roars, it spits the torch back out at you guys.
Indigo's gonna have everybody scoot to the side, and then he's gonna hopscotch from the first plate to the
Okay.
second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, and see if it doesn't.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check for your hopscotch skills.
Ooh.
Santa, without making it sound creepy, you know a lot about children. This is
creepy.
This is the most penultimate display of hopscotch skill you have ever seen in your 10,000 years of existence. It's absolutely incredible.
Santa will turn to his bag and hand Inigo a crowbar and say, "Here, it's in celebration of your acrobatics." I don't have any toys right now, otherwise I'd give you one.
All right.
Does it do anything?
Ooh. It's a crowbar. It gives you advantage on athletics checks.
No. I meant like the.
Oh. What? You've been playing D&D for a while. You know what a crowbar does?
I meant like the line said. Sorry.
Oh no! You hopscotched. It was amazing, but it doesn't change like the door. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you look hard enough, it kind of has a look of childlike delight on its face. Maybe, I don't know.
Does anyone have a lantern we could put in its mouth? We could swing the body like a door knocker.
I mean, y'all had 500 bucks to buy random bullshit for the player's handbook with. This will be the real test.
I do have a pair of manacles over there on the two arms next to the wall. Maybe we could use that in some way if we're looking for a knocker type device.
Well, we could pull off your two big brass ones, but I think we'll have to use those manacles first.
Can I
That
do
makes
another
sense.
investigation check of the actual line itself to see if there's any way I can like lock pick anything, or if there's anything I can get these tools into?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check. You are quite confident that this is a magically powered situation. You must appease the design of the door to get it to open.
Ooh.
Or be a really high-level spellcaster and fucking disintegrate it. Or teleport past it, or, magic solutions. But yeah, there's no
Are
place.
we sure?
Well,
Here's your manacles.
I think I'm done here.
I think I'll ask everybody to step back a little bit.
Okay.
So are we not doing the manacle thing?
Oh, he's got them. They're right there.
Oh, I meant I hadn't put them in the mouth yet.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just said that they're there because you said you needed them. So.
Right. He asked me to step back. I thought we were doing the manacle thing.
Okay.
Are we not? Are we not? What are you doing, kid?
Grandpa sees what a coward you are, and he picks up the manacles. And he looks at you, Bart, and in his eyes, in the shadows of his hood, you see that he is a kind of man that in life needed to do dangerous shit to get attention and feel validated.
Go for it, Grandpa.
All right. He begins spinning them wildly above his head, and he shouts, all right, and he puts the chains out, and the lion clamps down on them. All right, he looks back at you, Bart, and he gives you a thumbs up.
Probably have him move away.
Do you want him to? Do you want him to try to knock with the hanging chain?
I think I'll use Mage Hand and tell him
okay.
to move.
All right. Grandpa moves out of the way. Mage Hand moves in. They high five each other like good old bomb squad buddies. All right. All right. The Mage Hand raises the chain and lets it go. The shackle swings through the air, and as it hits the door, it makes a clattering knock sound. The lion opens its mouth and says, "I will open," and disappears.
We did it!
The door opens, and immediately boss music starts playing. A dwarf who looks super angry, but also like he studies kung fu, cries out through a beard stained with blood and bits of meat. No one takes the baby! And he rolls into initiative. All right. Let's say, oh, here we go. All right. Has everybody rolled into initiative?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No worries. Mage Hand shares the initiative with Bart. So
Alright, got it.
you use a bonus action to control it. You also have concentration going on your dancing lights. So just keep that in mind as well. Alright. Starting things off. I need a way to keep track of initiative count 20, that's right. So
You could use one of the kobold parts.
oh yeah, that would work. Alright.
I mean, or you just don't have to do it. It's okay.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Alright. Let's see.
Fair point.
Inigo, you're up first.
Going to. Oh. A little far. Going. Ooh, bonus action dash. And I'm going to use my action to hide.
Alright.
I moved to dancing light, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move my action to hide down here in the corner.
Okay, I can get rid of this pink line because that's out of the way. Alright. You guys hear the squeak squeak digging of burrowing rodents. Oh my. A lot of burrowing rodents. Alright. And they roll themselves into initiative. Alright, hold on a sec. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, I guess 6, because Grandpa smells so delicious. Alright. You see these rats, you know they're bad guys, because they got spiked collars on. But their eyes are not a beautiful bloodshot red. They are a bright pink magenta color. And as they come out, they lunge forward and attack Grandpa. But only get a 7, which misses Grandpa's mighty 8 armor class. Alright. That brings us to Santa Claus.
Santa will look forward, see that this dwarf is trying to hone in on his, his turf.
Sure, sure.
I am the only dwarf allowed to be in this campaign. And he's going into a rage.
Oh, fair enough. A frosty rage.
Get all
right.
buff, and if I can, deal out some temporary hit points to Grandpa, to Carnigal, and to our little boy wizard. And I start yelling down the hallway. There's only room for one of us in here. And move, and then I'll action chuck 2 hand axes at him.
All right. Oof. Let's see. A 20 is gonna hit. He will definitely use a reaction to deflect missiles. Reduces the damage by 7. Okay.
Okay, and then I'll throw the other one at him.
All right.
Oops.
Oh, also worth mentioning before you throw this. Well, you threw it. It's fine. As you throw the other one, it just goes wide of the mark. But when you damaged him, you took some psychic damage.
Ooh.
His eyes, his mouth, they both open wide, and you see that bright pink light. You also see that bright pink light glowing within his chest as well. And you take that psychic damage as the damage hits him.
Oh, my brain! Guys, be careful! He makes your brain hurt.
Crash.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the game, when we talked about the elixir, did we actually get that to put him to sleep?
Oh yeah, like everything
so-
that was said in the prologue happened. That was the point of the prologue, was it all happened. Yep,
Okay.
You guys were starting after that prologue. So I don't know which of you is carrying the elixir, but you do have the elixir.
Here, that's all my turn.
Alright. Bart, to you.
Oh boy. Okay. And do I notice like all the rats are coming from out of this room?
Yeah, they're coming from out of that room.
Okay. Damn. Ruins everything. I will I'll just shoot a firebolt at the rat.
Alright, shooting a firebolt at that rat. Okay. Give me that attack roll.
Ooh.
Oof. Alright, let us see what happens. Okay. Oh my. A CR
question.
1/4 creature chosen randomly by the GM. Moves within 30 feet of you. It is hostile only to you. Oh, that's fun.
No.
Quick question.
And this is yeah, what's up?
Can I use lucky since I rolled a
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Oh.
So what is it?
You just you just roll your attack roll. Yeah, just roll your attack roll again.
Okay.
Keep in mind that once dice are re-rolled, they can't be re-rolled. You can't re-roll a single die more than once.
Okay.
But you got an 11. 11 is shy of the mark, but fortunately you didn't summon a tiny fire elemental that only wanted to kill you.
Oh,
So
my
that
God.
that would have been interesting. All right. Anything else from Bartholomew?
I guess I'll use my bonus action just to move a light, like here, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. That's about it.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. That brings us to the martial arts master, Brother Cyril. Brother Cyril is just gonna, I'll just run up and attack you, Santa Claus.
Time for dwarf on dwarf violence. It's what the people have come here for.
Damn. He is going to, let's see. That's pretty good. That's good. Good. Alright, gets his reaction back. Alright. As he runs up, you do see that the damage that you dealt to him, with the deflected axe, begins to heal. You watch as it does, Santa, and you notice that beneath his skin, particularly in the stomach and left side of his body, the skin kind of wriggles and moves around as if the muscle beneath the skin is moving by its own accord.
Santa peers his eyes and says, "You're an unnatural motherfucker, aren't you?"
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Santa. outside of action economy. Nice. You do notice that on his left side there is a highly infected wound. It is the kind of wound that like a stinger might leave behind. All right. As you are taking all this in, he just tries to punch you upside the fucking head, and misses. He then dips down low and pops up with an uppercut. Tries again. But neither of those will get through. Oh wait, 16?
Yep.
I guess does. All right. Give me a strength save. No, give me a Constitution save. We'll definitely go for the stun. Oof. All right. As he catches you, there is the shattering sound of glass, and you are stunned.
He punched me in the throat.
All right. With you being stunned, he's going to continue his movement. He's only moved 10 feet. He's going to run past you. Out into the room here. Let's see. That would be... Oh, he's got quite a bit of speed. 35. Alright. He sees all these peeps out here. And he sees this little nerdy boy. He's going to use a dash action. He's going to get right up on you. He could use a dash as a bonus action because of speed of the eagle. It's apparently some NPC monk shit. That will be his turn. Inside the room, as you are stunned, trying to catch your breath, and wondering if you have enough teeth left to eat a candy cane or an old lady, you see, burrowing up from the ground is a rat. It rushes over and attacks you, Santa. Here we go. With advantage. This is a rat straight out of the level 1 adventure, where you have to clear them out of a basement. Yep. It bites you for 4 points of damage. Grandpa Leroy, to you.
Oh, Grandpa Leroy will swing at the rat.
Alright.
Oh,
man. Alright.
Yes.
This is a spicy fight. Alright, let's see what happens. Before I read the card, do you want a lucky Grandpa, or are you good?
Can I lucky, Grandpa?
No, I think it's actually dice that affect you. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm thinking of like when we do marathons and stuff. Okay. So, Grandpa sidestepped, swap places with the target, and make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, you fall prone. Okay. So as you swing too hard, and the rat jumps up and bites you in the zombie dong. It does a little swing and takes your space, and then you fall down in his space. And then apparently this rat has been studying martial arts under Brother Cyril, because it hoo-ha's at you and prepares to fight again. Oh.
Alright.
Alright. That brings us to Kamigal.
I suppose, point of order, should we decide who has that potion before we move forward? I know we didn't decide that up front,
I saw in chat somebody say Grandma had it. I mean, she has a purse, and she's a grandma, so I mean, I feel like that makes the most sense.
It just figured that, you know, we should get a consensus on that.
Sure.
So.
I am 100% down for Grandma having it in her purse.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody oppose?
No, it's okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here and I'm gonna grapple Brother Cyril.
Okay. All right, that's a pretty good grapple. He is a monk. Let's see what happens. Oh, you get him.
Oh.
All right.
I am going to drag his ass over here by Granny.
Oh no. Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at her and say, "The potion. Do it now. Do it now."
Oh god, this is so poetic because this is a woman who has already made it clear that she puts things in people's mouths against their will. Holy shit. This is like your whole life has led up to this moment. Okay.
And a long life it has been.
All right. You have another action. Would you like to hit him and take some psychic damage, or are you just gonna hold down the fort there?
You know, I'm just gonna. I can't double down on it, so I'll just gonna. Yeah.
Okay. Bursting forth from the grounds, another angry rat. It's gonna run over and attack Sandy Claus. Here we go.
So many rats.
3 more damage, Santa Claus. Alright, these little rats. They're gonna rush up, they're gonna attack Santa Claus. This is for getting me a fire truck when I was 4, when I didn't want a fucking fire truck, buddy. Alright, sorry. It's been very cathartic. 5 points of piercing damage. Alright. Granny Beatrix Jenkins, you're up.
Okay,
I only bring
Grandma.
up the fire truck because it comes up at every family function. That 4-year-old Crashgem was pissed off at Santa Claus because he didn't want no fucking fire truck. And apparently it's a story worth telling at every family function for my entire life. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out that potion and kind of like adjust my glasses. Is there any fine print like, oh, I can only put person to sleep after X amount of
Shove it in his
damage?
mouth. Shove it in his mouth.
There's no instructions, but the mechanics of this are thus. Because he is grappled, you can attempt to do it at all. And because you are a grandmother, you will have advantage to your attempt to force feed him the bottle. You could use acrobatics or athletics to try to shove it into his mouth, but he will try to oppose with his acrobatics, which are pretty good.
Alright, Granny's gonna like grab the bottom of his chin and kind of like push her fingers in between his teeth to open
Oh
it.
God! All right. All right, let's see that. All right.
Alright, advantage, right?
You got advantage. Yep. So 17. All right, here we go. It's a +7. We're just gonna roll it.
Oh, I was gonna use.
Oh, that did it.
Oh,
You got a 13. All right, you get it in
Like
there.
start hitting his throat, like, come on, get it all down there.
All right, his stomach starts to writhe, and the skin stretches out like a pregnant woman with a hideous human baby in it. You know what I'm saying? You see like thing inside. His eyes flash so bright, and there is this hum of psychic energy, and then he falls over, unconscious. His stomach continues to squirm, and then it too begins to stop.
Can I add him in right the withers into his mouth?
Absolutely. As you do, you see the pained look of fear and outrage on his blood-stained face, his beard flecked with the meat of fish and other animals. You see, when that Werther's Original hits his taste buds, a look of calm serenity comes over his face. It's like he's back at his own grandma's house. All right. Well done. All right. You have successfully subdued him, and you should be able to return him to the city, the Cult of Dolan.
Do the rats die?
The rats with this creature, unconscious, kind of shake their heads. They try to run away from Santa before he wakes up. Santa does miss his turn, thank goodness. So they burrow back into the earth to try to get the hell away. And as you come to, that is that. You have successfully recovered the wayward monk.
Did you guys beat him up? What happened? He punched me in the throat. No one's ever done that before.
Oh, don't worry, Granny will take care of you, and I'm gonna little workers with the lay on hands and heal him up. How much HP are you missing?
Oh, like almost none. I'm at 40 of 55.
Alright, I'll top you off, darling, with this Werther's.
Here,
I'm gonna throw the body over my shoulder and walk as far away from this scene as I can.
It was called
Fair
the
enough.
Tramp, where they ate a piece
I'm
of
gonna cast
spaghetti.
minor illusion so I can't see this.
All right. Grandpa covers your eyes and tries to lead you away, Bartholomew.
Should we eat this Werther's together?
Whoa, yeah. You guys hastily make your way around the corner as the sounds of old person geriatric love begin to fill the dungeon.
I love it.
Bow chicka wow wow.
All right.
No,
On your
it's
way,
like Jingle Bells or something, right?
on your way out, I suppose you do take what loots you find on the way out. I don't know. My friend Conti runs like some kind of one-shot universe where stuff gets recycled between adventures. That's kind of a cool idea. So I don't know. But you guys found a bunch of money. And then, of course, there was the staff that the kobold was using, and there is a magical sword amongst the dragon's horde. It's a mighty hoard. It was worth 140 in coins, not counting the copper pieces, and 200 gold worth of gemstones. So she was really off to a good start. She had a pretty good hoard going. So there's staff theater and magic sword. All right, you guys return and hand over the individual. It is up to you if your character wanted money or an answer to a question. But either way, they have succeeded and gained the promised prize. They handle the body of Brother Cyril with great care, and he is carried away behind closed doors.
Do you all feel like this was the right move? We did just give him back to a cult.
Well, I mean, every religion's a cult, right? says Father Emery. Now, let's get those questions answered and that money paid out. Where's the two old people? There was that spry-looking hottie, and also Santa Claus, who wasn't too bad himself. Where'd they go? And you see Grandpa Leroy wipe one pussy tear away from his eye.
Oh God.
He stares out the window and he places a bloody hand against the window and just looks out towards the forest. All right. I guess that's where we'll end the adventure.
Yay.
All right. There you go.
Was it darkness funk plays in the background?
Yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh man.
I gotta tell you, that fire truck had me literally crying. I don't think I've actually cried that hard during a D&D game in my life, so thank you for that.
Yeah, no, thank you for letting me punch Santa Claus in the throat. So it's nice because I have to pay bail usually when I do that IRL. So
Who punches people in the throat?
yeah,
Oh, they did that.
I was punching him in the beard. Just after the throat was behind it.
Who knew that monk knew, what is it? The Israeli martial art. Oh gosh.
Krav Maga.
He knew
Krav Maga.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I only know
All
that
right.
because I took it for 6 years.
So the group on Wednesday forgot that they had the potion, so they took an ass load of damage and somehow outpaced that guy's regeneration and beat him into unconsciousness. But it was rough. It was some rough psychic damage going around.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I had completely forgotten about that potion.
Yeah, I was thinking after the session, I was like, I should have given him a handout for the potion. And I was like, should I make a handout for the other group? And I was like, nah, I want them to be on even footing. So I was like, I'll just mention it in the prologue and we'll just go with it. So all right. Well, I hope everybody had fun. That is our adventure. I'm gonna go and hang out with my kid for a little bit. So only announcements that I have is there is a dungeon contest, 5-room dungeon. There's an actual physical prize this month, this time, whatever. So I definitely encourage people who have never tried to make their own dungeon to give it a shot. It's really not too complicated. You guys are playing in a 5-room dungeon right now that I made this whole thing in like 2 hours. So I streamed it. The video's online now. It should be up. So like, it's pretty simple stuff. And I'll put the maps up on our Discord because I made the maps in Incarnate. So I'll put them up if you guys just want to use those and try to reskin them into a different adventure. You don't have to do a completely original thing to enter. It's just your original content is the dungeon stuff, not the map or anything like that. So if you have a map that you like or a tile set or whatever, you could just populate it and you're good to go. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what other announcements are going on. If you're looking for games, check the games postings. If you are hoping to run a game, let me know, and we could try to get you set up on the server to run a game. Yeah, that's about it. Anyone else have any announcements?
Not me.
Not you? Okay.
Good.
No.
All right. Then I guess that is it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys around the Discord.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
Bye,
Crash. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye.